This is a fun story. I'll give you this. I don't think I've ever told this one. I was writing like bad sketch jokes my like first year in LA with a friend of mine at the Coffee Bean. I don't even think it's there anymore, across from the mall. And it's late and they're about to close down. And in walks NORM MACDONALD. And the girl says to me, who I'm writing with, this girl that I worked with at a production company, she says to me, she goes, "Oh yeah, you know who that is, right?" And I go, "Holy fuck, holy shit." And she goes, "That's the Bob Dole guy." I go, "The Bob Dole guy?"
Oh, I would have ripped her eyes out.
Hey, I'm Bob Dole. And pipe down, you damn hoodlum.
I mean, I was like, "It's fucking NORM MACDONALD." And she's like, "No, I know, I forgot his name." I was like,
"Oh,
what?"
God.
So we sit there and I'm kind of fanboying out and I'm just kind of, like not trying to face him, and he's ordering coffee and I keep kind of looking over just to like, cause you just want to get a glimpse. Cause when I'm 22, I just moved to LA. I was like, fuck, holy shit, it's NORM MACDONALD. He comes near where the coffee is. He looks over. She's a pretty girl. Okay. And obviously doesn't see me at all. Doesn't know I exist. And he's kind of trying to talk her up a little bit. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And she goes, "Oh, we're writing sketches." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I know a thing or two about sketches." And both of us were like, "Yeah, no, we know." Like, and I started stumbling. I'm like, "No, I was a fan of your sketches," you know. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go next door. I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel, Barnes and Noble. There used to be a Barnes and Noble." He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel." I'm laughing, thinking he's just making jokes. And he goes, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back." And he walks out, and I'm like, "Whoa, how fucking cool was that?" Hand to God, he comes back in with a Steinbeck novel and sits down by us and just starts talking.
Oh my God.
I swear on my life.
Oh my God.
It was almost like you started a NORM engine and he just wanted to talk. So he just started talking and talking and talking and telling stories. And I shouldn't tell it, like, I don't want to fuck it up, but the best story he told, I said, "What was your most, like, secret fun thing that happened at SNL that, like, you know, like, what was some inside shit?" And he goes, Smigel and I, Robert Smigel. If you don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Mr. Rickles, this may be presumptuous on my part, but I would be so honored. May I sniff your butt?
He goes, "Smigel and I, we used to write sketches for Tracy, because we knew Tracy Morgan. We knew Tracy, you know, he was bad in table reads. He couldn't read for shit. You know, he's a fucking stumble through words, you know. So one time we wrote this sketch that we knew was going to tank. Lauren hated it. And we showed it to Tracy anyway because we knew he had trouble reading. He had someone helping him read. He had bad time with S's. So we wrote this sketch about this guy who's like a gay animal handler named Brian Fellows." Do you remember that sketch?
Yeah.
Brian Fellows?
Brian Fellows spent 4 years in Thailand as a volunteer for and later director of the Southeast Asian Animal Rescue Project. He subsequently served as Director of Animal Operations at the San Diego Zoo and Undersecretary of the Interior for Wildlife Management.
Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Safari Planet.
And he goes, if you look, the best part for us was it was Brian Fellows, 'S, Safari Planet. It was 3 S's in a row is the sketch that we pitched. So in the room, even though the sketch was bad, we knew Tracy would go, "Brian Fellows, this is Brian Fellows."
I'm Brian Fellow! Yes, I'm well aware, and I didn't mean to insinuate anything by that. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Let me tell you, I once saw a video of a monkey washing a cat. That's crazy!
Okay. All right, this is nuts. You've clearly overstated your credentials,
I'm
and
Brian
wasting
Fellow.
my time here.
I'm Brian Fellow. Good, go. And take that monster with you and tell him to stop smiling at me.
And Norm goes, he goes, "That is the funniest thing. We used to fuck with Tracy all the time." And dude, I was like, my heart was filled with comedy warmth.
Yeah.
This is the most wild part. Again, I don't believe that this happened. To myself, I'm going, this is a lie. You're making this up.
Right.
But she's my proof. We walk out when they finally close the doors. After they're like, "Mr. McDonald, you can stay." You know, the Coffee Bean kids are sitting just listening. We all walk outside, and he starts taking off, kind of headed north on La Cienega. And as a joke, my friend goes, "Do you want to ride? Are you walking?" And he goes, No, I don't want to get in the car with you." And we start laughing, and he goes, "Okay, shotgun." And he comes and runs, sits in the front seat.
No.
I swear to God on my life.
Oh my God.
Her car. I'm sitting in the back seat. and he's showing us where to go, and we drop him off at his house, and at this complex, and he gets out and he kind of opens the door, and we didn't say anything the whole car ride.
Right.
We just listened to him going, "No, left here, right here," and he gets out and he turns and looks in the car, and all he said, he just goes, "Good luck," or whatever, and closes the door.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my Norm MacDonald moment in comedy. But because he was one of those guys that I was like, when he did Weekend Update, I was like, that's the funniest guy to read.
He was the best at that.
Yeah, because
I don't find it funny. He was the only person that I found funny in that position.
Because he didn't care. The jokes were him making a joke about the joke.
Right. I think that's
how
what it was.
funny it was.
Yeah.
And after I saw him do that, I thought that's the guy that can write jokes better than anybody that I didn't know anyone that could write a joke like that, where it's like, it's really clever, it's funny, but he throws it in the trash. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like he wrote it, he's like, ha ha, and throws it away.
When you know your own name, you see it in popular culture used, and Norm is always like, I noticed this ever since I was a kid. When I was very young, there was a show called Peyton Place with Ryan O'Neal as a sexy brother. Norm is, deeply closeted man.
You don't know I'm a secret homosexual, do you?
No, I saw that actually. According to you, a deeply closeted homosexual is what you said. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I can't believe you. Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. On your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay. That means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
I saw Matlock.
Only you would refer to Andy Griffith as Matlock.
Well, I don't want to get too arcane. Yeah, his real name's Andy Griffith, but now he calls himself Ben Matlock.
Where'd you bump into him at?
He was at the airport at the LAX.
You're kidding me. Now that would be a thrill for me.
Oh man, it was incredible because I grew up watching the Andy Griffith Show, and then later when he changed his name to Ben Matlock.
Yeah.
So,
Norman, what do you got planned today? What are you going to do?
Well, I was going to tell you my Matlock story, but
No, go ahead. Sorry, I've got time. Go ahead. Recount. I thought you had to go. Go ahead.
No, I remember I was telling you about how I met Andy Griffith.
Yes.
So he's reading this big book,
Oh, right,
So
that's it.
I say I'll sidle up beside him and pretend to read a big book myself, you know, and then we'll get in a discussion, right? Because I didn't want to just bug him, you know.
That's how you meet people.
And I was hoping maybe he'd, by some crazy chance, maybe recognize me or something. So I stand beside him, and he's reading and everything like that, and I'm talking to him and everything. Anyways, turns out the guy's not Andy Griffith. Just an old man. So now I'm just talking to an old man who clearly is always like mistaken for Andy Griffith, but uses it, you know, because I'm like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and who would talk to an 85-year-old man? So this guy's just milking it, you know.
Ah, Norman, I love you. I'll talk at you down the road. The Dennis Miller Show.
You know, you're in the middle of your big promotional tour for sports show.
Yeah, I was on Letterman. Who's better than Letterman, right?
Nobody.
And, no, I didn't mean
I
that.
know, I agree with you. Nobody
No, they
is.
think I'm making a joke. But no, of course, we grew up on Letterman.
That's why we want to do this
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
Right?
I don't want to do it, but...
Well, it's why we've agreed to do it.
Yeah, but what's awesome is you get to meet, like, guys, right? So I was on Letterman. I met Willie Nelson, is one of my heroes because I love country western music, and my buddy Billy Joe Shaver is buddies with Willie. So when I was at Letterman last week, I was like, I gotta go talk to Willie, you know.
Yeah.
So then the guy that's the segment producer is like, hey, Nora Jones is with him, you know. I don't know who that is. But you know how you get old legends to sing with some young
Right,
person?
yeah.
So I go, okay, whatever. So he goes, yeah, but she'll be there. Like, don't forget to say anything. I go, all right. So I go down, and there's Willie Nelson. I'm like, oh my God, we're telling all these stories and everything. And then there's a lady standing beside him, yeah. So then he hits me like this, you know. I go, ah, and then I remember, I go, Nora Ephron. Oh. And then I go, Nora Jones. I said Nora Jones after, but I said Nora Ephron because, well, here's the thing. When you say Nora fast, it's hard not to say Ephron right after.
It's one of the hardest things you could ever do in your life.
You like Rickles, right?
I love Rickles, yeah.
I did a movie with Rickles, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's so awesome.
Dirty Work, right?
Dirty Work, yeah. So it's so awesome. I like it. So awesome, and so he couldn't remember now. He couldn't remember any lines, you know. So I'd go like I write something that I thought sounded like Rickles. Like I go, hey, say Don, say this to Artie Lang. You know, say Baskin Robbins called me today, and they're down to 3 flavors. You know? So then he goes, look at you. He goes, Baskins and Johnson called me today. He goes, and you know what they told me? They told me. You ate all their ice cream. All their ice cream. Tubs and tubs of ice cream. And now, they don't. It's like 45 minutes. But this is the funniest, man.
You don't give Don Rickles lines.
I tell you, man.
You let him come up with his own.
You gotta let him go.
Yeah, that's right.
But Rickles, man, he's the real deal.
He's the best. Yeah.
He's the funniest guy. And so that week, Sinatra was on his deathbed. Right? Frank Sinatra, Rickles', close friend.
Sure.
You know. So at lunch, I was like, people were like, should we mention Sinatra? I don't think we should mention it, bum him out, you know. But then I said, I don't want to ask him, you know. So I said, hey, Frank, hey, Don, have you talked to Frank lately, you know? And he goes, yeah, I saw him last week. There was a lot of this. Guy died 4 days later. And then I said, oh. And he goes, yeah. He goes, it's a lot of me with my head 2 inches from Frank's face going, I'm not Barbara.
Well, Frank wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
That's
I have a feeling.
true. That's right. One more thing about my impression of you that I just recalled.
What?
I had a chance to meet Johnny Carson because of that impression.
Sudden thought, when did sugar diabetes become plain old diabetes?
How so?
Because Johnny Carson phoned me and he said he loves Larry King and every day he reads the News and Views, which was the impression I did was your News and Views in USA Today. So I had a chance to meet Johnny Carson, which I didn't take.
Why?
He would tell me stories, he could tell me stories about everybody, that existed ever in life in show business, and then I'd have to go, did you ever You ever meet Chris Kattan? I wouldn't have anything to give back.
But he wanted to meet Norm. You missed the.
I should have done it.
You're weird, Norm.
I met guys though. I did an impression of you on Saturday Night Live. You know, your King's Things, bulletin points, and so I did a parody of that on SNL, and I only had to slightly magnify it.
This is News and Views. Here's my 2 cents, gang. If you only see one film the rest of your life, it should be Mickey Blue Eyes.
I get a call from Johnny Carson, and he wants to meet with me at his office. So I go to his office, it's just me and him. And he pulls out a whole bunch of USA Today's clips, you know, of your column. And he starts reading them. He goes, here, you take some, I'll take some, we'll read them.
Just in the office.
Yeah, just me and him in the office, both of us doing Larry King impressions.
You do a lot of work for charity, Norman, in the sense that you'll go on TV shows for charity. You did, didn't you do a Celebrity Millionaire or something like that?
Yeah.
And how did you do on that? Did you win money?
Yeah.
You did.
I did. The celebrity, the charities did.
You're not the celebrity?
The charities did.
But you were the celebrity on Millionaire.
Yeah, do you remember leukemia?
Yeah.
My money that pushed it over doesn't exist anymore.
You got rid of it.
I got rid of it.
No, you went on Millionaire with Regis, right?
Yeah.
And Regis asked you questions.
Yeah.
And then you answered up to, do I have this right? $500,000 worth of questions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he won $500,000.
Brainiac.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart. 500,000 to get up to. That's pretty good.
Norm's a smart motherfucker.
But I'm not anywhere close to Brainiac.
Well, Brainiac, of course, was invented on Krypton. He's a supercomputer. But
Yeah.
I don't say literally. You're
I
Brainiac,
was saying, you're comparing me. That's high praise. Because Brainiac, you could tell even from his head how smart he was.
And he had tubes coming out of his head.
I know, man.
Norm picked Paul Newman's charity because Norm wanted to meet Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So you gave to his salad dressing empire kind
and
of thing?
also, it is a great
The hole in the
cause.
wall.
The hole in the
kids
wall
or
gag.
How long ago was this? A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So Paul Newman was
26 years ago.
So did Paul Newman call you personally and say to you, "Hey"?
No, he wrote a letter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at you, $500,000 contribution.
Yeah, and I could have gone to meet him, but then I was too afraid.
What do you mean you were afraid?
Well, you know, and like it seems like a good idea, but then when it comes down to it, it's just you and Paul Newman.
Yeah, you don't know what
in
to
a
say.
room. Yeah, and then you got no stories. Like, what am I gonna say? Hey, man, one time Will Ferrell was.
Rob Schneider and Football Williams. I'm
Rob
sure you'd love
Schneider.
him.
Do you know him at all? Do you know anyone that I'm talking about? Do you know any entertainers I know?
That was a great story about you and Redford.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Artie Lang.
In other words.
So that was Robert Shaw, huh? Hey, fucking Bud Friedman's backstage with me. This guy's a character.
What you're saying is Paul Newman wrote you a letter and said, "Why don't you come out to my Paul Newman ranch? And hang out with me."
Yeah.
So
but
I can
plus,
get to know
I
you.
kind of got the assumption that it would not be just me and Paul Newman. I suddenly had a fucking vision that it might be me, Paul Newman, and very sick children.
Oh, God.
So then it didn't become as appealing.
Well, you know what? Gary actually went to Paul Newman's house. Papa Booey went to Paul
did?
Newman's. Yes. He was there for some charity event.
Oh, not to
I think
harass him.
it was a political thing.
A political thing. And Gary was in the barn. Paul Newman has a barn on his property.
Yeah.
And if he wants to meet with you, he meets with you in the barn where he has all his memorabilia from his, well, now he's dead, but he had all his memorabilia in the barn.
Gary, go to the barn.
You walk around and it's almost like a Paul Newman museum. You see pictures, you see trophies, you see Academy Award, whatever. And then Paul Newman appears at the barn, and he speaks with you, and then he leaves. And that would have been it. I'm sure he wouldn't have.
Oh, that would have been it. Oh, that's his shtick he does. It's
I
his
think it's a
meet
shtick.
and greet.
It's
It's
a meet
like
and greet.
it's like Artie backstage at an Indian casino. I was going to be Martin Short's friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, "Hey, we should be friends and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, let's be friends." You go to a cottage, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know." And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean
still,
the
I would
cottage?
like, you know, that guy would be cool to
I
fucking
know.
hang out
But
with.
what do you mean
met him.
that
He's
would be a good
hilarious.
friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a
Yeah. But that's the problem.
All of a sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I
Norm,
shouldn't have done this.
Norm,
what?
that's the problem
What's
with
that?
you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
Not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm saying I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like I'm not willing to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The idea,
I love
the
that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you. It wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
When it comes to my sports.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite sportscaster of all time?
Yep.
It would be a tie. It would be a tie between Marv Albert and Howard Cosell.
You did Harry Carey impersonation. Did you do Cosell? Did you ever do?
One time I met Cosell when I was a boy, and I was struck by his honest. Oh, here's a funny Cosell thing. I was watching Monday Night Baseball once. You probably remember when this happened. Dave Winfield hit the pigeon.
The seagull in Toronto.
Seagull.
Yeah.
He killed the seagull in practice the day before. So then they used to have Monday Night Baseball, right, with Cosell and Keith Jackson and stuff.
Yeah.
And so Cosell would do those great cold openings, and he goes, they show like a picture of Winfield. He had killed the bird the day before. And then Cosell goes, you know that man, Dave Winfield, last night. What is that? He goes, last night, he was 2 for 3 with 4 hits, 3 RBIs, and 1 BIRD. Tonight, he proves that diamonds are not a gull's best friend. Tonight, he would always, like, right after his joke, yell tonight.
Once you get started with
he came. This is my story about it. While I was in Toronto, I was a little young boy, and he was coming out of a hotel. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's Howard Cosell." So at Toronto at the time, it was mid-season, and Montreal and Toronto were both leading their leagues. Very, very strange. And so we were all excited about Toronto. We said, and we were just kids, and nobody else was around. We said, Howard, how do you think Toronto is going to do this year? And he just walked by us, and he goes, frankly, I like Baltimore. Hey, Dan, I heard you old boys talking about Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I thought I'd share a tale about him with you.
Okay.
I went to see him at here in Los Angeles with because Merle Haggard was opening for him,
Okay.
and I'm just an old chunk of coal, and I like Merle, so I was there for Merle, but I stayed for Bob Dylan, and he was kind of a. It was like you were saying, you couldn't understand what songs he was singing. And but anyways, halfway through the concert, all of a sudden, because he doesn't talk to the audience or something, all of a sudden he started talking to the audience. And he said, Ringo, 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 about 45 times. So everyone was sort of in shock, and finally a light went into the audience, and it was Ringo Starr was sitting there with some lady, and then he's all uncomfortable. He's like, Ringo! So he said it about 12 more times.
Did you meet him?
Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. What happened was, I was going to finish my Ringo story.
Oh, I'm sorry, Norm. I'm sorry. Ringo!
Ringo! So anyways, he said, Ringo, like a whole bunch of times, and then he said, any songs you want to hear, Ringo? And then Ringo Starr said, I don't know, do you know any Bob Dylan songs?
Do I?
For this story?
Yeah.
Yeah, so name one.
Tangled Up in Blue.
Yeah, so he said, Ringo goes, well, how about Tangled Up in Blue? He goes, I already did that one.
He just didn't understand that he was doing Tangled Up in Blue.
No one understood anything. But, yeah, I did meet him, but I don't know him because I'm into country. I'm into outlaw country. So I was there for Merle.
Yeah, I like Merle.
You like Merle?
Yeah. I like Waylon.
Oh, God, you like all the guys I like. My best friend is Billy Joe Shaver. He wrote Honky Tonk Heroes for all those boys. And, Waylon, Willie.
And the boys.
All those boys. There's some new guys on the horizon. There's Hank the Third. But most of this country has turned into stuff Michael Sam would listen to.
Well, careful here.
What? No, I mean, I enjoy seeing a guy kissing another guy, as much as the next feller. But I'm just glad he wasn't picked in the first round.
You're not sure what would happen?
Well, it may have been full-on insertion.
I went once to a commercial.
You've been a commercial audition. It's not fake.
Oh, right.
Anchor.
That's
it. That's right.
I went once to a commercial, and it was the script said, hey, Phil, I see you got a Buick. So that was the line, So all night I'm up like fucking nervous, and I'm reading in the mirror. I'm like, hi, Phil. I'm trying to fucking say some words louder than other words in the script. I'm like, hey, Phil, I say you got a Buick, So then I go there. First of all, my manager used to lie. He'd go like, these guys are big fans of your comedy. They want to meet you.
Right.
They're big fans. And then I'd show up. There's 4,000 people there. I'm like, they're a huge fan. Where am I? He just lied to me, thinking I wouldn't make it worse when I showed up and they weren't big fans. But anyways, I went in and the guy, so I said, hey, he's got one camera on me. I go, hey, Phil, I see you got that Buick. And then the guy goes, great. Like, it's great. Like how could that be great? So I go, oh, thanks, man. He goes, but this time, he goes, do it again and just go off the script. He goes, forget the script. Like, there's a script. There's fucking 4 words. I go, okay, I'll ignore the script. He goes, yeah, just go crazy and whatever you want to do. And you're just alone.
How crazy can you go?
Yeah. So I said, but I just agreed because I was paralyzed. I'm like, yes, okay. Because they think you're Mork from Ork, just because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So then I freaked out. I panicked, and I just said the same words, like real nervous, just to get out. I said, "Hey, I see I got a new Buick, Frank." And then the guy's like, "Huh? I guess it was good. Bye." And then my buddy, he was a commie too, and I said, "What'd you do?" And he goes, "I fucked the floor." I go, "Well, you probably did the right thing." Because that's what they were looking for, something like that. People often say to me, you know who the real heroes are? I go, are they the real heroes? They go, no. I go, oh, they're the teachers. It's counterintuitive that it doesn't seem like a heroic job, but yes. First of all, if you're a teacher, you get the same vacations as a child. Like 4 months a year off. My vacation, I get almost no time off. We're 48 weeks a year. So 4 weeks a year I get off. What about you? You're not one of those fucking teachers, right? You seem like a teacher. Now, are you a teacher? What do you teach? What grade?
High school.
What grade? What grade? No, but what grade? Not so easy when it's the other way around. It's always easy to ask the questions. The real heroes are the fucking students. I have to answer the question. Now, what grade do you teach? 9 through 12. So you need a grade 13 education. Now you're the real hero. No, you're the real hero. No, I'm just kidding. You're the real hero. Our husband's like, you're not the real hero. Shut the fuck up.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
This is what's problem with our society, though.
What is it?
When they go, hey, the hardest job in the world is being a mom.
It is
or
pretty
the hardest
hard.
job in the world is being a teacher.
It's hard jobs.
That's not.
They're hard jobs.
My mom was a teacher. Let me
She
tell
had
you
the two
something.
hardest jobs. I think
She had the
cooking is a harder
easiest
job.
The teacher is probably the easiest job on the planet.
Why?
Let me
How can
explain
you
why.
say that?
First of all, my mother and my father were both teachers. They got all the you get all the vacations that children do. You're always off. You have the entire summer. You have 2 weeks Christmas, 2 weeks Easter. You work in an atmosphere where it's just you and children.
With young, stupid, with short, stupid people.
Yeah.
They don't know much. You're brilliant.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn anything.
They're all frightened of you. You can say anything you want.
You never take a test.
See, I don't know if you've ever
That's
gone.
true.
I go now. When I was a kid, I thought my teachers were so smart. Now I have a kid. I meet these teachers. They're not smart at all.
How can you say that?
Because it's true.
They're just like regular goofy people.
Well, that's,
And they
that's
have
what
the
you realize.
and they have the only. My kid's teacher went crazy, and they could not fire her because of.
Because the job's so hard, the kids made her crazy.
Yeah, but she has whatever you call it, tenure. They don't have that in any other job.
No, I know.
They have a union that has a stranglehold on.
They got to fire you before your tenure starts.
Yeah.
That's one of the
They got to
things.
fire you from the easiest job ever.
Your babysitter's funny.
Those are heroes. Those are also the heroes. They're like the real heroes are the moms and the teachers.
Well, they are.
Not the guys on Iwo Jima planting a flag.
Okay, they were heroes too.
Not the firemen that run into buildings. No.
No one's denying that
It's a
those
teacher.
people are heroic.
It's a person that
A
shows
good-
up at a school
a
and is the
good
tallest person in the
teacher.
class.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's a good
I'm
one you
telling
got.
My mom and dad were both teachers. It's the simplest job in the world. When I was a kid, I thought everyone got that much vacation. I was like shocked to learn that I thought everyone had the summer off. I thought everyone had 3 weeks off for Christmas.
Well, when you're doing your own sitcoms, surely you have 6 months a year off. I mean, that has to be teacher-esque.
Exactly. It's teacher-esque.
Don't they say that having a sitcom is about the closest you can get?
That's about the hardest job in the world.
No, shut up.
Yeah, those are
That's
the real
easy
heroes.
fun. Oh my God, you're making the people laugh. Lindsay, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, I teach 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's hard. I mean,
805 says, rude. I'm a 2nd grade teacher and I hate you.
rude. That sounds like a 2nd grade teacher.
No, Jimmy, that was just rude. Can you think of another way to say that?
To be a 2nd grade teacher, you just have to be smarter than a 2nd grade student. That's about the only thing you have to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically you need 3rd grade intelligence.
Well, no, I'm not Chris and Kevin. And they go, oh. And they go, well, where's Chris? I go, well, you know, he passed away 12 years ago. And they go, oh. And then they go, well, what do you do? And I go, well, I write and I'm kind of get up. I do some, you know, I'm actor. And they go, oh, come on, let's go. I'm like, sorry. I don't really. I've actually had that experience. People go, where's your brother? I go, well, he passed away. Oh, what do you do? Oh. Well, I liked your brother. He was funny. I know, he was. But, I mean, some people, you know, you can't help it. Well, you know, some people, they just, you know. But that's the way they react sometimes. I've had some people say that. Sure. But most people are really nice because Chris was well loved, right? Yeah. He was well loved. Yeah. Most folks are very nice.
Weren't you offered something by the celebrity rehab people?
I'm not going to get into that. No, that's not nice.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, I know, but that was my crazy brother's suggestion. No, I'm not even going to get into it. Going to celebrity rehab, for God's sakes. Me, I don't need it. What, do I?
No, but you said you were going to... You said clear it up. Now you're going to... Okay, whatever.
I'm not going to do that.
What, clear it up? The
No.
confusion? Oh, okay.
No.
It's a little confusion.
It's a little confusion. Let's just move on.
All right, should we do the desk piece?
Let's do the guest piece.
The desk...
You can take a caller. You can take a caller on Skype.
Oh, we're going to take a caller.
Hello.
See, no, not even there. See the TV. Just look there and ask.
Oh, we're going to take a caller, man. You want to talk to this guy?
Hey-o.
Ask them if they have a question.
Wait, you have a question for Kev Farley, man?
Hello?
Hey, what's
Hey.
up?
Not much. What's up with you?
Nothing. Where are
Oh
you?
my God, you look scary.
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, thank you.
Wait,
He's in the dark.
wait.
Look
Is
at
he
him.
going to ask you a question?
I thought so.
Yeah, or you can ask him a question, Norm. Ask him where he is.
Oh yeah, where are you?
I'm at my house.
Where's your house? Where's his house?
Oh, where's your house?
Can't.
It's in the beach.
It's in the beach.
Is he running from the law?
Are you running from the law?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
You can
I
ask
guess
him to be
not.
Specific, or you can hang up on him.
Can you be?
He hung it.
Here's another guy.
There we go.
Hey, what's up, man? You got some
Hey.
sunglasses on?
He looks, wow. You got lipstick on there, pal. He's got lipstick on.
Yeah. You can't hear what he's saying, though.
There he is. Who's this fella? Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, this is our kind of guy.
This guy's cool. He's like, got a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah, you can't make hide nor hair what he's saying.
No. You can't make hide nor hair. I've never heard you say the word hide nor hair. You can't make hide nor hair.
Yeah.
Is that because you saw the toothpick in the guy's mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't make him out.
I have a toothpick.
Oh, that's cool,
Yes,
man.
you do.
That reminds me of a story.
Would you like a toothpick?
When he said, I have a toothpick, it reminds me of a story. You want to hear a story?
Would you like a toothpick?
And then after we tell, I have to hang up on this guy. He keeps saying, do you want a toothpick? No, people have to learn to be punished for saying, I have a toothpick.
I agree with you. You got to run the show.
Into a computer.
That's right.
Imagine the guys at home, I have a toothpick.
Sitting in his computer going, I have a toothpick.
Anyway.
Let's hear your story.
Where's the toothpick guy from?
Where was he from? Nobody cares. What? No, he's just a flickering image. It's like a ghost.
It's not even real.
It's like ghosts in here. But I forgot the story. Why did Mike Tyson break up with his girlfriend?
Which one?
At first, he thought she was irresistible. But then they started having irreconcilable differences.
That's just whack.
It's about your ear, man. What are you whispering about? We gotta go?
20 seconds till we're off.
20 seconds, man, to read that joke.
How many people have to die before we finally do something about dropping pianos?
It was good to see those workaholic guys because I personally am a workaholic. For many years, I was helplessly addicted to workahol. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie. Yeah, they're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Here's an interesting thing. Do you ever notice this?
Yeah.
Penny Youngman
Yeah.
is an old man.
Yeah.
But Gary Oldman is a young man. What about Paul Newman is an old man?
You got another one?
What about Gary Mann is a guy who works over at Comedy Central?
Is that what happened?
I don't know. I'll tell you this about Johnny Depp. He's taken this sexiest man alive thing and he's using it to his benefit, as all good people in show business should. The new movie he's doing, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, he'll be doing full frontal nudity to...
Is that true?
Yeah, it's rated R!
Oh my God! What the hell was that?
The Winona Ryder is in trouble. She took the stand today, and now the stand is missing.
Who's your hero? Who's my hero? I don't really have a hero per se.
Don't have one, huh?
Well, I don't. There's not a person I hold up as like, wow, that's my hero.
No, never had a hero.
Well, no, I mean, you know, comedy-wise, I would say like the Marx Brothers or Monty Python. Those guys.
Those guys are Dabney Coleman?
Dabney Coleman's
all good choices.
But
I like the troops. I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the...
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now,
causes diabetes.
Well, that's terrible. And they amputate your leg.
Not always. Sometimes you go blind.
Sometimes you go blind.
Yeah.
Sometimes both. And then you can't. At least you can't see that you only have one leg.
You know what I like about this show? It's not afraid to take on the issue.
Yeah. I was in Cambodia once. I ate a brain. It was brain.
Really?
Yeah, mine was stupid. Now, what about this joke here?
It's kind of a weird feeling watching the Flintstones lately.
Yeah, it's weird. Watching Flintstones?
Sure, yeah,
How so?
With their Stone Age drive-in movies and their caveman bowling, it just seems so dated.
It does in a way.
Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil. Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. Remember how fucking skinny and ugly she is, and they'd always want to fuck her? This would be a good joke for this. You could do the music after this joke. A man in France tried to rob a bank using underwear as a mask. The cops put him in jail right after a quick debriefing.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something.
Yeah. A Florida man was arrested for stealing a truck filled with $75,000 worth of Campbell's soup. I, for one, hope this guy goes away for good.
Wow, there you go. I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
The Al Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
So they're not all bad, you know?
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses. Tim Tebow's time in New York wasn't a total loss. He had a monument built to him in Central Park, a bench.
This, to me, is the quintessential Kevin Nealon joke. To me.
Oh, I'd like to see what you think is my quintessentialness. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Half the time she's Zeta, the other half she's Jones.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh, God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse.
I read a story. A 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical,
It
right?
makes sense, right? There you go. I don't know if this counts as an NCAA Cinderella story, but one of the Marquette players said he had help making his uniform from a bunch of singing mice and birds.
I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. You know, you ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a true story, actually. I once missed a day of cosmetology school, and later I had to make a makeup class. Wow. Ariel Castro, the Cleveland kidnapper and rapist, must have had a very difficult upbringing. His last name's the same as a ruthless dictator, and his first name's the same as an adorable little red-haired mermaid.
Mermaid?
Recent studies show fish can communicate with each other using subtle physical gestures. One of their most common messages, let's leave this party early.
What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
There's a good chance.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
Police in Tennessee arrested a teenage girl when they found a loaded handgun in her vagina. When questioned, her boyfriend said, I guess that explains why my cock... I can't say that word. I guess that explains why my cock kept getting blown off. I don't get it. No, a tractor trailer flipped over, releasing millions of bees, which stung the driver hundreds of times. Speaking from the hospital, the driver said, no flowers?
Hey, how about this one?
Yeah, okay.
This is a terrible story. The Nigerian
kidnapping victim in Nigeria are being forced to marry their captors. I'm glad to hear these kidnappers are old-fashioned.
In a way.
Yes, yes.
In a way. I mean, they're getting married.
I had an uncle, mean guy. He was a prize fighter. He once broke both his hands in a fight against a washer-dryer that he got on The Price is Right.
What? Why The Price is Right?
He was a prize fighter and he won it on The Price is Right. He won the prize.
A prize fighter.
Yeah, and he won the prize and then he had a fight against it, which was washer-dryer.
God damn. Hey, by the way, I've noticed the term adult toy always refers to something you can shove up your asshole and never like a big race car, like for a grown-up.
Another good observation. Playboy magazine has done away with the nude photo layouts altogether. In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether.
Oh man!
That's a sort of radio DJ joke, I feel.
The way you
have to
voice, delivered it.
In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether. Altogether. Here's Taylor Swift.
It's a joke, an Adam Egget joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egget.
Egget. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret. Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egget has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Haitian General Raoul Cedras, who will be stepping down in 2 weeks, held a hasty garage sale of some knickknacks he'd acquired while in office. Big fans of the Haitian strongman, are you? Postal authorities removed a cigarette from a photo of blues artist Robert Johnson to help dignify the musician in a new stamp they've issued in his honor. This isn't the first time the post office has altered a photograph. In fact, the original photo used on the Elvis stamp was based on this photo. King enjoying a hoagie. In a related story, 3 of Hollywood's most powerful men, David Geffen, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, joined forces last week to form their own movie studio. When asked what sort of films we could expect from them, the trio replied, mostly pornos. That's good news. All right. Last week, Queen Elizabeth won 10 pounds in her country's national lottery. However, she has no plans to quit her job as Queen of England. Yeah, I knew. You think I didn't know? Jeffrey Dahmer's relatives are reportedly fighting over what to do with his body. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, some want to have sex with it while the rest want to put it in the fridge. So that's, should have stopped at the premise that time. The U.S. Postal Service this week canceled plans for a stamp commemorating the bombing of Hiroshima. They will instead release a different stamp. Here it is that hopefully people will find it less offensive, that one. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you. It's a hell of a downside there. A one-legged goose with a dart in its head. And I complain about my life, you know? It's tougher for the one-legged goose. Hey, this week a Cincinnati woman with 10 personalities sued a man for sexual assault. But the suit was thrown out when 2 of her personalities said that she may have consented. You know, folks, where I come from, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no means no. Hate to get on a soapbox, but that's where I come from. Oprah Winfrey broke down and cried this week, saying she had once smoked crack cocaine. You know, I don't know what she's crying about. I mean, you know, some people in this world never get to smoke crack cocaine. It's ridiculous. Huh? Here's an amazing story. Twins born 95 days apart. Even more amazing, they were born to different mothers and they don't even look alike. Hard to believe. This week, a court banned gays from marching in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade, but they will still allow them to be beaten up by drunken Irish guys. I'm afraid to know what you're applauding at there. Okay. Well, the Super Bowl might be over, but the San Francisco 49ers just keep piling it on. They now lead the Chargers 83-40 to 27. So they've comfortably covered the spread. And in football news, man, this is getting ridiculous. The 49ers now beat the Chargers 1,000,655 something to 27. All right. Not good with those long numbers. A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm joking. And I don't really sell drugs to children. And now, to illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? We went... Well, how about this, huh? You know, it makes me sick when a society lets a guy like Colin Ferguson live for another 200 years. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Israeli security forces have rounded up over 150 suspects in last week's suicide bombings. Suspects in a suicide bombings. Now, well, here's a hint. Look for the dead guys, and you're probably on the right track. Well, in Buffalo, Wyoming, a truck jackknifed this week, spilling hundreds of sticks of dynamite on the I-90 interstate, though officials noted that there is absolutely no danger as long as you're protected by magic. Yeah, I wish I was protected by magic. All right. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all... Look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. Hoping to impress a girl, Kevin Hall, 18 years old, stuck a sawed-off shotgun in his pants and blasted off his genitals. You know, I don't know the girl, but I'm guessing that the stunt didn't work. I've learned that the hard way. In an attempt to reassure critics of the president's Bosnian policy, White House press spokesman Mike McCurry stressed that the administration does not intend that America be the world's policeman. He did acknowledge, however, that the Marines had just pulled over the country of Brazil for speeding. Like Johnny Carson there for a second. This week, Paula Barbieri admitted that she had broken up with O.J. Simpson the very night Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. Boy, that had to be a tough day for O.J., huh? First he gets dumped by his girlfriend, then Colombian hitmen kill his wife. Man, that's... You gotta... Recent studies indicate the number of people getting the AIDS virus appear to be declining sharply. But it is important for viewers to remember one thing. Sex without condoms feels better. And now I have to say this. It should be noted, however, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Wrong Way Corrigan, the man who once flew all the way to Ireland by mistake, died this week at the age of 88. It was just like him, said his wife. He was trying to live. He got it all wrong. Across the nation this Monday, banks and government offices will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King's birthday. Meanwhile, at the Riverbend Maximum Security Prison in Nashville, Dr. King's assassin, James Earl Ray, will spend the day being raped continuously. He's a bad guy, by the way, James Earl Ray, if you don't know that. Meanwhile, Republican hopeful Phil Gramm says that Bob Dole should not get the nomination because he backed President Clinton's plan to send troops to Bosnia. Dole responded that Gramm should not be nominated for president because, well, look at him. Take a gander at the fella. Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking that. Well, at a local town meeting in Montpelier, Vermont last week, representatives from the McDonald's Corporation who want to put a restaurant in a historic district were booed by angry residents, but they were cheered by the town fat guy. Every town has one, the town fat guy. With peanut consumption in the United States down 10%, the Peanut Advisory Board has decided to launch a $600,000 publicity campaign. Most of the funds will go towards spreading ugly rumors about almonds and cashews. That's not right, huh? A celebrated fertility statue, which many believe has the power to make women pregnant, began a nationwide tour this week. The hundreds of women who claim it caused their pregnancies are of different ages, races, and religions. But they all have one thing in common. They are all dirty, dirty whores. Dirty, dirty whores. In Colorado this week, Bob Dole warned that if Pat Buchanan is the Republican nominee, the party might lose both the presidency and control of Congress. In response, Buchanan warned that if anyone other than himself becomes president, blacks will retain the right to vote. 6 of one, half dozen of another. Just days after winning the New Hampshire primary, Pat Buchanan has become the target of savage attacks within the Republican Party. On a positive note, however, he did pick up the enthusiastic endorsement of Bill Clinton, the President of the United States of America. Can't get much higher than that. Well, television history will be made this week when film legend Elizabeth Taylor appears as herself on all 4 CBS Monday night sitcoms. It's part of the network's new campaign, Must Eat TV. She enjoys eating. According to a Senate Committee on Violence, Denise Brown has done more to bring attention to the cause of battered women than any other person. Well, almost any other person. Once again, O.J. gets the short shrift. Well, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry says he has devised a money-saving plan that would close the district's Lorton prison and transfer its 7,000 inmates to private lockups. One hitch is that the financially strapped district doesn't have the startup money to implement the plan. Another hitch is that the guy who devised the plan smokes crack. So, 2 hitches. 130 years after the Civil War, the state of Mississippi has finally voted to abolish slavery. Representatives say they would have liked to have done it sooner, but they were delayed due to some awfully big cotton crops. They had some kind of big cotton thing. All right.
I watch old TV shows.
Yeah.
And it was the first Kojak. You remember Kojak?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
With the lollipop.
Yeah, he had the lollipop going. So for the pilot, it was Crocker's first day. You know, Kevin Dobson played Crocker.
Sure, Crocker.
So he was just out of police academy. Green. They kept saying how green he was. Kojak had been around a long time. He knew everything. So he's, you know, has this green kid, and he doesn't know if he wants to be working with him. So what was happening was prostitutes were being murdered.
Oh, my.
He goes, go down and try to get some information from the prostitute's mother. So a little while later, Crocker comes back. I talked to her mother. She wasn't a prostitute at all. She was a good girl. Yeah. So Kojak's seen it all, right? So he takes this lollipop. He goes, yep, she was a good girl. Mama's apple pie. The 4th of July. She was a hooker! Crocker was too green to see it, you know?
I'm sitting with Norm MacDonald, and now not all your material comes from the news. Is that right? You know.
No, some of my material my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car. You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cars for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and I get material that way. So my driver.
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
The driver we sent to pick you up told you a joke.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell it now on the show.
Yeah, that's how I get a lot of my material.
Okay. Why don't we just have him on next time?
That guy. That guy. No, wait till you hear me do it. So the guy, he goes, I say, I'll be the guy.
Okay.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Right?
You are correct. A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, and the podiatrist's office says, what's the problem? And the moth says, what's the problem? Where do I begin, man? He goes, I go to work for Gregory Linovich, and all day long I work.
Honestly, Doc, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know if Gregory Olinovich knows. He only knows that he has power over me, and that seems to bring him happiness. But I don't know. I wake up in a malaise, and I walk here and there. The podiatrist says, "Oh, yeah?" And the moth goes, "Yes." And he goes, at night, I sometimes wake up and I turn to some old lady in my bed that's on my arm. A lady that I once loved, Doc. I don't know where to turn to. My youngest, Alexandria. She fell in the cold of last year. The cold took her down, as it did many of us. And my other boy. And this is the hardest pill to swallow, Doc. My other boy, Gregorio Ivanilidovich. I no longer love him. As much as it pains me to say, when I look in his eyes, all I see is the same cowardice that I catch when I take a glimpse of my own face in the mirror. If only the cowardice was stronger, then perhaps I could bring myself to reach over to that cocked and loaded gun that lays on the bedside behind me and end this hellish facade once and for all.
How long a drive was this? Do you live in the valley? Where do you live? Please, sorry.
He says, "Doc, sometimes I feel like a spider, even though I'm a moth, just barely hanging on to my web with an everlasting fire underneath me. I'm not feeling good." And so the doctor says, "Moth, man, you're troubled. But you should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here?" And then the moth said, "Because the light was on."
My congratulations to anyone who stuck it through to the end. So Norm.
What?
We're pretty much out of time.
And then talk about a guy who picks good projects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 60% of having a career like that.
Yeah. I read in
Bill
the
Murray's
Sting,
like that,
Bill
too.
Murray will do nothing. And you know another great thing about Bill Murray that I think was smart? He doesn't get work done, like he doesn't get plastic surgery.
Mhm.
So his face looks super authentic.
Yeah.
And, you would think an actor would want that, like those lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you could use that. Because I remember at the end of his life, Jackie Gleason got a facelift.
Yeah.
And it looked like, it was like, why wouldn't you want to use your old face? That would be super funny, you know? Instead of because you're not a leading man.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I think about Bill Murray. Everybody else gets ridiculous work done that makes them look young, and then Bill Murray gets to, look like an authentic.
Right.
Plus, he's a great actor. It's amazing that he took that route. You know, he did Razor's Edge, which was awful.
Oh, yeah.
But still was daring.
Yep.
Project, and I guess he just had all this money from Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did the exact opposite of Dan Aykroyd. It was always funny, like
Dan just kept chasing the big movies. Yeah. And then he did that crazy sitcom where he was a priest, and you're like, what happened here?
I was, they wanted me to do a thing on the show.
Oh, yeah.
On that show. It was one of those, cool priests, and he drove a Harley and stuff. Like that really exists, And so anyways, they sent me the thing. He's like, it's a really funny part, Norm. And I'm like, well, I'll just do it, because you're asking me, because you're the greatest. And then I got the script, and all I did was I was looking through a
Telescope?
telescope. And I said, "Oh, I can see Uranus." And then he goes, "You can?" And he like pulls. Like he pulls his pants, and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to say that." So I had to like lie my way out of it to get out of doing this awful joke. But he told me it was like great. One time when I had my sitcom, the showrunner goes, "Why don't we have a big star every week do the cold opening?"
Uh-huh.
And I go, "Oh, sure, yeah." And he goes, "You can get big stars, right?" I'm like, "No, I can't get anyone." And he goes, "But you know Sandler." I go, "I'm not going to ask Sandler, you know." Like, and then I told my agent, I said, "Don't ask Sandler," because the showrunner kept phoning my agent. I go, "Because I don't want to like blow a favor.
Yeah.
I know he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it, and then he's going to think like I asked him for a favor. You know what I mean, kind of thing." So, you know, anyways, a few weeks later, my manager goes, "Oh, by the way, Sandler said he doesn't want to do it." I'm like, "Oh my God, I told you not to."
Yeah.
And
That's
so then they said, when they go, "We got Eddie Murphy on the phone." I'm like, "Why? What?" And they're like, "Yeah, for the cold opening." And I go, "What cold opening?" And so they hand me this script, you know. So I'm talking to Eddie Murphy, and I don't know Eddie Murphy. And he's being like super zen-like, you know. He's an amazing guy because he's like all zen and peaceful. And then he tells a story and it's hysterical. Like all of a sudden he's doing voices. Because he was talking about being a director, and he goes real peacefully, you know. He was like, the directors in Hollywood are very tough to find one. Frank Oz was magnificent, but I was very unhappy with the other directors. Finally, I had to direct myself. I directed Harlem Nights. And the Red Fox was in it. And so Red Fox came to the show once, and he was having trouble with the IRS, and he owed all this money. So he kept trying to sell me things. And he would come to the set, and he would go. And then all of a sudden, he's super funny, right? After doing this real flat voice. And he goes, and then Red Fox would say, "Hey, Eddie, you like Elvis? I got Elvis's watch. How'd you like to buy Elvis's watch? Elvis gave me this watch." So I said to him, "Hey, Red, how long have you had Elvis's watch?" He said, "I had it for 40 years. I go, "That's not Elvis's watch. That's Red Fox's watch. I ain't buying Red Fox's fucking watch." So he's like super funny. And then he'd go back again to be zen-like. So I said, so as I'm talking to him, I'm leafing through this fucking awful fucking shit of a cold opening that they're having him do. And so it's like, you know, white guys writing for black guys, what they think they'd say. It's just awfully, horribly racist. And so he says to me, he goes, I'll do it. You know, if you tell me it's funny, I'll do it. And I go, "It's not funny."
Oh, wow.
I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else to do. We got, you know, we got on the show though. We got Richard Pryor. Yes, Richard Pryor. His last appearance everywhere.
No shit.
Was on my television show.
Wow.
And big mistake. Like he showed up, you know, he's in his last stages of MS.
Yeah.
And everyone was crying, you know, because you look, his, you know, his eyes, he would do that fear look even when he was acting and stuff, and when he was doing his stand up. That's what he was like. It was just pure fear. It's like he's locked in the side, like begging to get out somehow, and it's so hard to watch.
Right.
So, and then his wife, she goes, "Listen, you know, he's really nervous. You know, would you go up and tell him you love him, hug him, kiss him?" You know, I go, "Hug him and kiss him?" He goes, "Yeah, you can show him affection. You know, he's very fragile." So I go up and I hug him and I kiss him. I go, "You know, you're the greatest ever. You know, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. You know, but it's just great that you're here." And then There's like two big black guys that were there, you know. And one of the big black guys, like about 15 minutes later, goes, Richie thinks you're a faggot. So my everybody's comic hero. And I'm like sexually molesting him pretty well. Because of his stupid wife.
I think I heard Matthew Perry once in an interview. I think he basically said he invented sarcasm. I think he said that. Norm was on Saturday Night Live. Norm tells the best fucking stories about some of those celebrities that went through there. And Matthew Perry had an assistant and said, you know, he said to Norm, Matt wants to do a sketch that he wants you to be in where he talks like he does on Friends. He calls it Matt speak. And Norm said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you know, he invented a way of talking, the way he talks on Friends, Matt speak. And he showed him a clip, and Norm said, are you talking about sarcasm? Matthew Perry called sarcasm, he renamed it Matt speak.
Hilarious.
And Norm goes, you're talking about sarcasm?
What about the black odd couple, Gil?
They should have just said to him, oh, that was really good.
I think one of the younger writers said, I think Matthew Perry is a genius. And I think that's what it was. And Norm said, is he good at math or something? Harvey Weinstein was holding court. He was talking about he had seen that scene of alternative comedy, and he had seen somebody that everybody, you know, was kind of at that moment was the king of that. That's all. And you know, Harvey Weinstein, I've been seen him at work. He's a very obnoxious, he just yells shit out that he thinks is brilliant, like Stephen Wright jokes or something. Right. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Stuff like that. So he goes, he says this guy's name, and Norm's sitting there. He's on with Lorne and everybody, and and Harvey Weinstein says this person's name and goes, I think Sons is a genius. And then he looks at Norm and goes, Norm, what do you think? And Norm goes, is he good at math or something? And it's like, okay.
All right, Artie, first things first. You and Chris Farley on the Dirty Work set.
Oh, wow. Dirty Work was his last movie, Farley.
Right.
And in between shooting Dirty Work and dying, he did Saturday Night Live. He hosted it. So Norm said he's out of control. You got to come to the after party to help me watch him. That's how out of control he was. I was asked to watch
Norm MacDonald and Artie Lang are babysitters.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Norm leaves for a couple of minutes, and I see Chris disappear into a bathroom with Andy Dick. True story. 5 minutes he's in there. He comes out giggling. Norm comes back and goes, what's going on? I go, bad news, man. He went into a bathroom with Andy Dick for 5 minutes, and, you know, there's only two reasons a guy goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick, and neither one is good. And without missing a beat, Norm said, holy fuck, I hope he's high. So, good news, he was high.
Speaking of Norm.
Oh, there he is.
You and Norm.
Yeah, well, there's a few guys I could point to who helped, took a chance on me when I was either going to go to the joint or rehab, and it was Norm, Howard, and Quincy Jones who did Mad TV. We did a buddy comedy together. We met at the audition. I got terrible reviews when it came out. My hometown paper said Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. True story. That's what the guy said in the review. So Norm said to me, hey, man, that's fucking great. A date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. He does things that are so ballsy. It takes a lot of risks, and it makes him fun, but also makes him very dangerous.
One more for you, Artie.
There you go.
There's no one better to talk to about show business than Norm because he's brutally honest about it. I'll try to tell the story quick.
Go ahead.
When Norm had his last sitcom on Fox, right? He invited me to go to the upfronts with him. You know, that big thing where they introduce the shows to the advertisers? Yeah. So the head of Fox, this guy, Sandy Grushow, right out of Beverly Hills High, permanent tan, permanent fake smile on his face. Right. The head of Fox goes up to Norm, and it's Norm and Jason Bateman, whose show had premiered, and all these Fox people. Goes up to Norm and says, right in front of me and a bunch of people, goes, Norm, I want to let you know that your show is the highest tested show we've had in Fox history. And Norm goes, wow, man, thanks. That's unbelievable. Wow. And then Grushow leaves and goes to talk to Jason Bateman. So this other executive at Fox, this woman Tracy something, comes over and goes, where's Sandy? He was just here. And Norm goes, he's over there telling Bateman that his show is the highest tested show in the history of Fox.
See?
So
that's what I'm telling you.
Norm gets it. There's another great quick Norm story.
Kid, Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate that. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
Wait, what is this?
they do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got a
about
good
the
one.
What? So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay. He seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
Picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into. What do you mean?
Oh, I love that. You want to hear? Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go.
We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. This a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on it. Every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top to like, oh my God, he'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out. Right. She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee Hammer. Back off.
Yeah, right.
Come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something.
Right.
So that's the goof. So me, Kattan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro.
Right.
So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, second time, and Kattan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You're just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has an audience, and it's being filmed.
Right.
And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set.
Right.
He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
No, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
He's like, hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. Hey, imagine if you will. He knew the deal.
Right.
Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Kattan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will.
Right.
And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live Air comes on. And like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. We're mic'd, the whole audience is listening. He's like, oh, my God, Kattan. Norm, you better sound like... Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of... 10 seconds! Norm turns to Kattan. Right for his head, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. I'm like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved
nice.
it.
And Kattan sank.
I couldn't even get my words out.
I saw Jimmy Brogan one time, and he was like you, wouldn't curse.
Right.
And heckled mercilessly at the Laugh Factory. And so the guy was like, you fucking cocksucker. He's like, very nice, sir. Yeah, very good, yeah. Do you talk to your mother like that? Yeah, why don't you suck my cock, you fucker? Very nice, yeah. Good. Good for you, then.
That's a funny way to handle that, isn't it?
Sometimes I was a little blue on stage.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I just try to avoid Jimmy. Because he'd seek me out and go, you're a funny guy. You got some good jokes. You don't have to do that.
That's a funny impression.
That one time, Michael Richards, this was before the catastrophe.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to go across the country. He would walk on stage and fall and hit it. And the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then he'd start talking about the Bible. And then he said to me, he goes, I'm going to go around the country. Do you think a man could live inside a whale? I go, you shouldn't talk about that. The only guy I can really do is Richard Nixon. He's being interviewed by David Frost.
Right.
And they made a movie where they pretended David Frost
won,
Nixon. But in the real tapes, Nixon won, clearly.
Right.
But anyways, it was very funny because Nixon would use the ridiculousness of Watergate against his interlocutor.
Right.
And so David Frost was interviewing Richard Nixon.
Right.
Because Watergate was so ridiculous, Nixon would use that for his own benefit. So at one point, David Frost goes, now, Mr. Nixon, when E. Howard Hunt and Gordon Liddy entered the Watergate hotel and broke into the room. At that moment, they were carrying listening devices and wigs. Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose that they were carrying listening devices. Perhaps you could call them hearing devices. And wigs. Says now when Howard Hunt and G. Gordon Liddy broke into the Watergate Hotel, they were wearing wigs and listening devices. And Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose you could say they were wearing listening devices, or perhaps you'd call them hearing devices. And wigs.
I never knew that you had such a flair for impressions. They're really, really good impressions.
I don't do impressions, but I just...
And the Jimmy Brogan, I've never seen anybody do Jimmy Brogan. That was great. I love the Jimmy Brogan.
I went to Rodney Dangerfield's club when it was in Century City in Los Angeles. He opened one.
Yeah.
For a short time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so the comics would come up, and then after the comics came up, he'd come up. And he'd be wearing his pajamas half the time.
Right, yeah.
And so he'd take questions from the audience. It was funny because most of the questions were jokes, but then suddenly he'd be honest. So they go, how's your dog? Hey, you kidding, Viddy Moomba, last week he said he had 4 cases of VD. He's all right now, But it's like, how's your dating life going, Rodney? Are you kidding,
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. And still in line.
This is what I saw him one time. It was the day he got married. He stopped at the Improv to do a set. His wife was in a wedding dress, and he introduced it.
Come on.
Yeah, he said, they give her a hand. I just got married, all right, okay? And the woman stands up in a fucking wedding dress, and everyone claps, and then he goes, she's no prize. He goes, she says, we have so much in common. I said, I don't like to suck dick. And now she sits down. It's her wedding day. But anyways, so I see Rodney, and he's taking questions from the audience. And so they ask him about his doctor. So he says, Vinny Moonbaz is doing all right. Asked about his kids. Nothing, no respect at all. He says, one guy says, when are you going to do your next movie? You tell me, you cocksucker, motherfuckers. Everyone's like, what? Motherfuckers won't give me a movie after fucking Harry Basil. Are you kidding me?
Like her. Another terrific impression. Fantastic.
I love
it. Norm MacDonald's one of my favorite people on the planet. He doesn't even know that. You don't even know that.
I know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, man.
One of my favorite people come in here every time. It's been like 2 years. You kind of took a year away from it. I think so, yeah.
Holy crow,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You've been busy eating, evidently.
Wait, no.
And not now. You've cleared it up. But you had to eat and then lose the weight.
Yeah.
So you took a year off from
some
us.
weird thing happened where I had a huge hunger, and Sean was around. You haven't introduced Sean.
I'm sorry. Sean
O'Connor.
O'Connor, your helper.
He's the future of comedy.
Oh, is he the future? This isn't like a Liberace situation where you got a helper?
I mean, he did say he would pay for my plastic surgery.
We're going to make you look like Norm. That's the thing.
Listen,
Sean's got a house.
Yeah.
Can I read a little news story?
Yes,
a Brazilian serial killer has confessed to murdering 39 people. The alleged serial killer, apparently he was coerced into confessing his crime, and what he did was, this is kind of grisly now that I read it. He would lure young women and men. He would kill regardless of gender. Chop up the victims, and then, this guy was a real jerk.
And that's why you're one of my favorite people. It's so succinct. It's such a...
I had a hunger issue, what I would call it.
What did you put on? Because when I was watching your podcast, I think it was
about
Gilbert or
250.
No kidding?
Maybe. I remember one time I was 235, but I remember being fatter after that. But yeah, I would eat and
just for no reason.
Because all of a sudden the appetite just started
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
ballooned.
Out of nowhere. And then I got real worried. Like, and I said to him, I went to a doctor, and then all the tests came out positive. And I'm like, I mean, you know, I don't know if I told you about this doctor, but he wasn't the nicest guy, you know. Like, at one point he said, open your mouth and say oink. That's not nice, right?
No. So earlier this morning, you say the people on Cool were doing mounds of blow at the station. What the hell is that about?
Oh my God!
I didn't know we could talk about that.
Sure, we can. You're in a safe
so
place.
Did you cut some lines?
Yeah, we cut lines off of Erica.
No, they just kept giving us donuts.
They
were like going away
had
for a while.
incredible energy, man. They were like, it was
the oldies
fantastic to
station.
see.
They have to have energy, I guess. I'm not
guess,
sure.
yeah. It was a lot of fun though.
I don't buy it.
But listen, man, Sean, you know,
the future of comedy.
The future of comedy. It reminded me last night because I got in early yesterday, and then I waited up on Sean because he drove from Los Angeles.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's afraid of Ebola. And it sort of reminded me, like, because I would phone him, you know, on his car, and I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "Now I'm in, you know, wherever he was."
Quartzsite.
Yeah. And it reminded me
date shake.
of like, he had a date shake.
No, I ate at McDonald's twice.
You ever
On the
have
drive?
That's a long drive. You ever have a date shake?
No.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of kind of like a Stephen King novel. I'm on the phone.
Right.
He's like, you know, I haven't touched anyone yet, you know, and like he's so afraid of Ebola. But
Are you really afraid of the Ebola? Because I think I'm horrified.
Oh yeah, I'm terrified because what just happened is it was one person, then it was two people, then it was three people, and then that second person went on a plane.
Yeah.
So now 800 people are
Well,
quarantined.
and there's
it's not
another one
confirmed
on a
that
boat now, on a
the one
cruise
on the
line.
plane doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, but close enough.
It's so
We've
close.
had two people that have had it.
And the other one that was
But
handling...
the other one are being accused.
Yeah.
But
Right
if-
now we're taking the witches right now and we're going to
Good.
start burning them.
Good.
Yeah. Well,
Who's for burning? Show of hands. If it's
I mean, if it saves me
me too. That's how
well,
I
listen,
feel.
I'm going to tell you
diarrheing blood.
Yes.
Fidel,
Burn that guy.
Fidel Castro, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who has an island. His country is an island, right?
Right.
So when the AIDS outbreak happened, you know, you're on an island. It could knock your whole island down.
Right. Yeah.
So what he did is they had a big, beautiful resort, right? And he just took it over, you know, because that's what they can do in
Right.
Cuba.
When it's your island.
Yeah, and he put all the AIDS patients in this beautiful resort, fed them all, and
What's wrong with that?
yeah, I don't know. They
It almost makes you
really-
want AIDS in Cuba, doesn't it? Kind of like tried to get it.
But it knocked the disease out. It killed the disease.
Because you quarantine everybody into their own little package.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So the lady who they keep saying was handling samples, which basically means the poop and pee of the Duncan guy
She was taking
is
them
on
out.
a Royal Caribbean cruise and she's got it locked in a cabin now. I'm the same way because I
But
think
also like a nurse. If a nurse can get it, I mean,
Yes.
because they take care.
they try not to get
Right.
stuff every
So-
day. That's their job.
So if it's not airborne, Sean was saying it's just a droplet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
wait
if-
till terrorists get it.
I mean, of course.
If you take in someone's breath that has
Yeah.
Ebola, you know.
It's like a
It's
horrible
gonna be
movie.
awful.
Yeah,
I had to stop drinking people's blood.
Oh, that'll do it.
I mean,
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Stupid Twilight movies, and now we've got this. It's taking a horrible turn on all of us.
yeah, well, I mean, it would be the worst when terrorists get it, but I also think it would be bad when just like innocent people get it.
That's when you got something.
I think you misunderstood me, but it's okay. Who did you usurp as the future of comedy?
I
There
think,
has to be like the guy who had that role that you took
Yeah,
it
who
from.
got rolled?
Probably Aziz Ansari.
You think? And now he's just comedy.
Yeah,
now
he's
he's
the president.
now he's the president of comedy.
He's the czar.
And Norm, are you the
I'm the
ghost
past.
of comedy past?
Yeah. A lot of times me and Sean we'll go and then people go, hey man, that guy seems like the future of comedy, that guy seems like the past of comedy. Where do we
Who
go
says
to get
that to you?
Where do we go to get the president?
The people who review your show that way. That's
Yeah,
just an
yeah,
awful
yeah.
person to say that about. The show he just watched. I saw the future and I saw the past.
Yeah.
Just looking for something in the middle there.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. The future and the past are all we got because the present is, people falling down, bleeding from every orifice of their body.
I don't like the present.
It's better to look at that.
Did you guys ever read The Hot Zone?
Yeah, we were talking about that. I never
God,
read
that
it,
was a
but
terrifying book.
it's the one that makes me go, okay, Ebola, I'm not going to fool around with this one. We had a record of 0 cases up until about a month and a half
they
ago.
They could have had a vaccine. It was 20 years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
they could have worked on a vaccine, but they didn't.
What was the thing that you told me about the hot zone that sounded like a lie?
Oh, the horrifying story? Oh, that you think's a lie, yeah. No, in the hot zone, they're talking about the first guy that got it, and, it's just a nightmare. And he gets to it's on a little plane from Africa, and he gets to the hospital, and he goes there, and it's an African hospital.
Which
not to
says
say anything against Africa, but my God. And then
look at these hospitals.
And then he goes there, and they don't know Ebola.
Sure.
So it's like, and they said at that point, anyways, he collapsed and blood exploded from everywhere.
Oh.
And they said that the blood hit the ground and started moving.
What?
Because it's
like a sci-fi movie.
Like a sci-fi movie, because it's more Ebola than plasma at that point.
Oh.
And it's just looking for a host.
It's mobile.
It's going to die.
I'm out. I'm out on that. Yeah, start the fire.
It's like Alien.
Yeah, no, that's just an awful
So
thing.
burn all the Ebola. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Are you opposed? Are you opposed to it? Give me a counter argument to it.
You take that resort, Norm, and then you torch it. That's John's idea.
I have an odd approach to curing starvation as well, which is kill all the starving people.
Yeah.
It goes away if we team up with the warlords. I mean, we've raised so much
They
money,
take the
and
food
they're
anyway.
still hungry. We've teamed up with the wrong side.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think? You have to go already?
No, Brad's
okay.
just pointing at my coffee.
Brad, I don't like when you stand up. Sit back down. Doesn't he look like he's from a Wallace and Gromit special?
The were-rabbit is right behind him.
Norm, you've been at this for a long time now. How long have you been doing this?
25 years.
Is it 25 years? No,
Yeah.
and it's your birthday today.
And I started late.
51 years
Happy
old,
birthday,
Norm.
by the way.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yes, it is my birthday.
We get lists.
I actually started very late for a stand-up.
Yeah. 25. What were you doing before
Most
that?
of them started as kids,
Yeah.
Sean started
at 19, yeah.
19,
No kidding. That's just brave.
And even 19 is sort of. Some people are 16.
So you stopped hooking and you went into comedy
What were you doing
at 19.
before?
Oh, yeah.
Were you a prostitute, as Brady pointed out?
I want stuff to come out of my mouth.
Well, that's your choice.
Lord.
That's just an extra $20. You can go
Quitter.
either direction. Yeah. Norm, did you have different aspirations before you started doing
Oh,
stand-up?
no, I just did manual labor.
Really? Like tile work or drywall? What are you looking at?
Drywall was too hard for me. Anything with any skill, I was horrible at.
Well, what was
but
manual?
I moved furniture,
Oh.
I worked in a logging camp. I lived in Canada. I just travel around to...
And then just all of a sudden said, "This is it." What would Norm? Today is your birthday, so it's the time for reflection.
It's true. It is my
What would
birthday.
birthday Norm today go back and tell young Norm 25 years ago?
What would I go back and tell
Would you
myself?
go back and say, "All right, Norm, here's what you need to know."
Oh,
Watch out for Ebola. First of all, that's clear.
Yeah,
that's
no,
coming.
That's coming.
That's coming. You got a future ahead.
Yeah, I guess I would. Gosh, man. I mean, I have no regrets in my life.
I'm not asking. You're not on a deathbed or anything.
Got no
I'm not
regrets.
trying to pin anything on you. Just is there anything you're like, man, I could have done that better?
Oh, almost everything. Yeah.
So you just have a list of stuff for
yeah.
young
No,
Norm.
I would say, you know how they say a life unexamined is not worth living?
True.
But another bad thing, though, is do you ever try to examine your life? Which is what you're asking me to do right now.
And you hate it. Yeah, I apologize.
Oh, it's depressing. So you look back, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
What are these bumps?
If you keep dwelling on them, though, that's a...
bumps?
I've got bumps.
Why do I not remember the last 6 days and there's scabs all over my face? No, when I used to drink, I used to walk. This is what my friends told me. I would walk, fall down, walk, fall down, walk, fall down, and then I would black out for a couple of days, and I wake up and there'd always be scabs in my face.
This is what your friends told you.
I thought I had been in a big fight, but my friends told me, "No, you're just walking down."
They were just kicking your ass. You were in a fight club, and they did beat the tar and put you to bed.
Norm, have you ever met any other celebrity that shares the same birth date as you, like Ziggy Marley?
Yeah.
Ziggy Marley. No,
You
he
have the
shares
same
my birthday.
Yeah, Eminem.
Oh, Eminem. Yes, I have met him.
Bill Hudson, one of the Hudson
The
brothers.
Hudson brothers.
Yeah.
Now, was he Goldie Hawn's husband?
He put his seed
Kate
inside
Hudson?
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah,
He made Kate.
Kate Hudson.
Yep, he made Kate.
The Hudson brothers.
George Wendt.
Oh, really?
Norm.
And he played Norm.
How odd is that? No,
you know,
not
it's
really.
you know how dumb I am. When I started doing stand up, right? I was in Canada. There was no TV or anything, right?
There wasn't?
Not in Canada.
Really?
I mean, there was TV.
25 years ago?
I mean, you couldn't go do stand up on TV.
I see, I got you.
We'd mostly get our
Right.
TV from America. But I was going across the country and everything, doing my stand up, but no one knew who I was. But sometimes when I go on, people go, Norm. And I thought I was catching on, but it was from the TV show.
From the Cheers.
Yeah, so they heard Norm. They go, Norm. Like an idiot, I go, yeah, man. And people are starting to
Cool.
So you could go back and tell young Norm that wasn't
I
going
would
to get
tell him
excited
that,
about.
yeah.
You can settle
Yeah.
down on the Norm chant.
When they say Norm, they're
Yeah.
talking about George Wendt's character on
Clearly,
Cheers.
the wildly popular Norm is the fat guy
Yeah,
over here.
exactly.
Here's another cool one you share. Your
Yeah.
Evil Knievel.
Oh, I love Evil
Did you ever
Knievel.
meet Evil Knievel?
No,
Oh,
boy,
man.
I would like to. My buddy is...
He's dead, right?
Yeah,
It's too late.
2007.
My buddies, they wrote Ed Wood and People vs. Larry Flint. They write biopics, and they're writing one on Evil Knievel. And they told me some awesome stories, and the best one was... Well, one cool thing was whenever he did a stunt, he would get his whole family together and talk to them like...
This could be it.
This could be it, yeah, which was pretty cool. And they have video of that. And then, so he was so rich because they always thought he was just about to die. So he'd always have, a walking cane that was all diamonds and stuff. But he bought a jet with, on the side of the jet was Evil Knievel, like jumping in a motorcycle, right? And he was like, this is going to be exciting. So then he takes the jet and he's like, I can't see it. Because of course he can't see the side of the jet. He's inside the plane. So he buys another jet.
To fly next to that jet.
That's
That's a life
money.
well led. Right? That's how you do it. When you can buy a jet to look at your own jet, that's winning right there. That guy's better than me.
I played tennis with this guy that was a Supercross rider or a Grand Prix, and Evil Knievel was his sponsor in 1974.
Yeah, he threw his money all over because I don't think he
And he talked about a couple of parties on the yacht.
Yeah.
And he said Evil was one of those guys that never backed down. Like if a guy challenges him, he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. And I remember there was a story like somebody like in the press or something badmouthed him or something like that, and he just walked into the place with a baseball bat,
took him out.
Yeah, and he's like, I know, this is going to cost me a lot of money, but I don't care.
Yeah.
And it cost him like $10
Sean,
million,
see, you can't do that as the future of comedy.
Oh, no.
You can't just go in and bash somebody who doesn't like
Or
your act.
you could bring it back.
Or maybe
we'll
as
go for it.
you're the future. Anything you do is going to.
That would be wonderful
catch on.
to get masculine energy.
You have none of that?
I have zero of that so far.
Do you maybe harness up some WNBA energy or some female energy? Perhaps?
I have played basketball with women before, so I think this would work out.
He gets a lot of tail, this guy. It's
Is that right?
unbelievable.
Yeah?
I mean, it's not unbelievable. He's a handsome, nice
No,
guy.
I'm engaged. That's what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's getting tail from that same lady over and over.
Yeah.
Engaged, you're getting a lot of
I
tail.
guess that doesn't count.
Let's get married.
I guess that doesn't count. He's always like, hey, I got a story about last night. I'm like, easy. I know. Yeah, she's a sweet girl, Aaron.
I was with
Don't
this
tell me
chick
another
last
story.
night?
He's like, and then
man.
I'm like,
Because then you got to meet that person. You look at
I'm
him
good
like,
friends
she was
with her.
just folded over like a Samsonite.
Yeah, you're packing her up in the overhead compartment.
Folded over like a Samsonite.
You don't want to see the
let's
people.
not say that about Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron is the sweetest, girl.
But evidently puts
you
out
couldn't
quite
imagine.
Yeah,
you couldn't even imagine her. She's so saintly.
Yeah, you get her on any night. She's
She's an
Norm's
animal.
getting a call.
Hello?
Eddie answered it.
It must
Bert?
be important. Let's listen. Uh-oh. This is it.
Oh, is this Leslie?
Leslie Moonves? We've all got a show. He's loving the interview.
I'm doing a radio interview.
Well, Norm's on the phone. I can tell you, Norm and Sean are over at the Tempe Improv, TempeImprov.com.
I'm doing a radio interview. I gotta go.
TempeImprov.com, Friday and Saturday.
I'm doing a radio interview. I gotta go.
Get off the phone, Leslie.
Is Leslie a girl? Do you know
Oh,
Leslie,
my
Sean?
God.
I don't know Leslie.
What was that? Who's that?
Oh, that's my brother Leslie.
You know, J.B. Smooth's brother called once while he was on the air.
Yeah.
And he picked it up, and he needed
$300
It was
bucks.
300 pounds of chicken for a picnic, and I'm like, you can't. That's just. I mean, you're just baiting me for like 3,000.
And he was short. He was short on some cash.
He's like, he needed 250 bucks to cover the chicken.
No, I didn't
bill.
want to take the call, but I saw it was from my hometown.
Could be
I'm
trouble.
Like, oh my
Is he
gosh.
wishing you a happy birthday?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
That's what it was.
I'm yelling at him.
Well, he's trying to be nice.
You're right. That is what it was.
Yeah, he's that prick. See if I ever
You know
seen
what I
him.
mean? When you get a phone call.
Sure.
You know what I find? I don't know if you guys are like this. Like, do you have landlines?
Not anymore.
Well, you
I
have-
do.
I dumped it.
You have had them.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, in the middle of the night when the phone rings, that to me is, like, terrifying.
Oh, it's horrible.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, what is, you're going
Who's
to the phone.
dead?
And at the I don't know, are your folks still alive?
Yeah. no,
Mine are too. So anytime you get a call, it's like,
Of course.
Well, now that I know that, I'm going to call Brady in the middle of the night more. I didn't know that the whelmed
well, you just if
black
it's,
cloud
coming
of
from, if
death.
it's coming from home. Hopefully, it's they're calling to either check in, but
Yeah.
sometimes
But if
there's
it's
weird
in the middle
times.
of the night, yeah.
I'm just going to hire people from Columbus, Ohio, to call you at 3 a.m.
Good luck. We change numbers every.
Yeah, keep that up because I can find you. This is going to be great fun because I'm horrible.
Well,
I think that's so funny to call him in the middle of the night. It's like, hello.
Your parents are fine. I just checked on them.
I had a prank I did when I was a kid. Like, we all had pranks, like telephone pranks we would do. And then, but mine, I wish, kind of looking back, I wish I hadn't done it. But I would phone people, like, at random, just strange, just numbers. And I was a little young kid. And I would go, like, I'm in trouble. Someone's trying to get in, and this is my mother gave me this number to phone in case there's in trouble. And there's someone's coming through the door, you know. And they go, "What? No." They go, "Where do you live? What's your number?" I don't know. My mommy told me to phone you.
Oh man! Now they'll track it down.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm going to do
Because I
that
think
anyway.
back sometimes.
And
they
you're
go,
thinking that's hilarious.
at the time, yeah.
I still
but
think
there
it's
was no
funny.
closure to the prank.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like I
You left
got
them hanging.
Yeah, it's just for the rest
Mine
of their
wasn't
lives.
as elaborate, but I used to call and go, and they'd be like, hello? Like, is this suicide hotline? No. Oh, I can't do anything right. And just hang up. And then, have them hanging for the rest of the day. It's like, that was odd. Yeah.
That's so fun.
I
Both
can't
of-
do anything right.
We
That's
both hurt
good.
people's feelings.
Yeah, those people think they have blood on their hands now.
Yeah, they've lived their
The fun
life.
prank that I like doing was in the winter. We had a sledding hill, and I used to string piano wire across
Yeah,
the
he used
trees.
to kill people. It's
and
different.
shove the kids down in the snow and just watch them slice up like Snicker bars.
You know what another prank?
God.
You know what a prank we
My
went
uncle, he went on a snowmobile.
Yeah.
'cause I come from-
That is
and-
not the official term of what you do when you're trying to explain snowmobiles.
Yeah, snowmobile. When you move your hand really
Snowmobile?
fast.
That's how you
Over your
operate
genitals.
it. You operate the snowmobile like
You know when
you're
you make a
whacking
fist
off.
over your genitals and you just move it up and down? Snowmobile, of course.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
He does snowmobile.
Anyways, they had the farmers put up the
The fencing.
fencing, but like invisible. You couldn't see it, and my uncle got hurt. But what were you?
I was going to say we had a thing we were going to do. It's just pranks, just to make people think.
Yeah.
You know, when you go by a place where some horrible accidents happen, they've put up if
Yeah.
somebody got run over by a bike, they paint a bike white and put it on that corner. Brady and I, especially, we wanted to paint like sleds in Phoenix,
Like random, a canoe.
just like white
This happened at
sleds.
this intersection.
Put candles all around it and like a date.
That's fun.
And just see if people just to make people like as they're driving, just entertainment as you drive.
Yeah, a box of Sudafed.
This is where he drives. Time release capsules all over, painted white. That's a
Just
great
a bunch
idea.
of empty boxes.
Yeah, that'd be a fantastic. And nobody could touch it. They'd feel bad. It's like a tribute, so you can't clean it up. It's not litter, so it has to
Paint them
happen.
white.
That's
Those
everything.
are
painted
kind
white.
of sad. Those
They're
highway
awful.
side. Yeah, like
What's
I
the
think
time
the guy
limit?
would rather just not have a shrine.
Yeah,
if it's gonna
like
be
why
on
not
the
a
side
shrine of him?
highway.
Build a statue of him, not
Yes.
the bike he was on.
Yeah,
like
right.
the bike
Are you
just
going to
says-
put one of, like a relative or on the back of the windshield of your car for a while and drive around?
People turn their cars into tombstones.
And then how
now.
long do you do that?
What? I've never heard
You haven't
of this.
seen that? Well, in here, all over, they'll have a picture of the Lady
In
of
memory
Guadalupe
of-
and the name of a person, and it's always some horrific date, like 1987 to 2013. You're like, oh, he was young.
yeah.
But now their cars, resale value is garbage.
Oh, of course.
That's all I care about. It's like, what's this guy doing? He just lost a couple grand putting that up there. It's not, you're still alive. There's no reason to lose money.
Then a lot of tattoos are pretty
Oh,
popular,
yes.
too,
Yeah.
of the deceased person.
Oh,
Put it up there. One will have a date when they're born and then a question mark.
Yeah,
I guess they're
vanished?
They're waiting to fill it in, I guess. When
Oh, what?
That's so embarrassing.
Well, it's
If-
like 1986 to 1987.
Yeah.
and you're trying to have doggy style sex
Right.
with them.
And you got to look at
Oh.
her. You got to look at her kid Sid on the back.
Oh.
Oh, it's just little Sid.
Yeah.
Didn't have time to name him.
Rest
on
in
the
peace
small-
in
he's on
heaven,
the
my
small
little.
of the back.
My little.
You mean
angel.
Sid, the kid's name?
The kid, I call him Sid.
He was
automatic.
named after
right after
Yeah.
the
sudden
disease, right.
infant death.
Which I want to die from adult onset sudden infant death syndrome called not so sudden infant death syndrome. It's just stupid. You
It
see
took
what
a
you've
while,
done?
yeah.
This
It
is what
was,
you do to us.
it
You know that
was,
you've been responsible. I don't know if you heard us talking about it. There's been probably 5 or 6 visits here, but the very first time we ever had you on was like 15 years ago. I was at another station here in town, and they found a headless body on the freeway the day you got here. Last time you were here,
Was your uncle on the snowmobile?
yeah, like 10 years ago.
I feel I remember that.
A dude crossed the road on the freeway and got plastered. That was the day you were here. And then today, some guy going the wrong way on the I-10 blows up the I-10. It's not even usable all the way back to L.A.
Oh,
Wait a second.
God.
This.
I probably should have told you guys that I'm the devil.
Oh, man. You could have led with that.
Yeah, I've come back and I brought Ebola with me.
You've got your podcast. It's still going, but I clicked on it the other day. It says Norm will be back in May.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I do it for a while, and I
Vacation.
go, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they're like, he's on hiatus.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Or is it just that you
what
may
they
or may
say.
not come back?
Yeah, I don't know if I will. Or
Okay.
not. I just do it for a while, and then
It's fun to
get
watch.
tired of it.
'Cause
It's
it
fun
is.
to
Yeah,
do, man.
yeah.
It's so great. I think it's just the people who do it with Norm
Are awful?
are awful.
Well, no, Sean isn't. Sean does it with me. He's
Well, there's
awesome.
one guy. There's always one guy. It's the rest of the people.
The future's good.
It's those awful others. I did a podcast with Frank Caliendo for about 6, 7.
Oh,
so that was
wow.
about 6 months, and then we tired of it as well.
Even Frank tired
Frank-
of
yeah,
it?
well,
He
Frank-
seems tired of nothing.
No, the second you say
Well,
the
he
F
starts
word,
getting
he
busy
gets
on
nervous
everything.
because he's on that
Oh,
Disney
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
you get nervous when you start doing horrible jokes, and we had,
Oh, of course, Frank would. Yeah,
yeah,
he
Jay
would.
Farrell, Ralphie May, me, and Frank are in a room.
That was the.
It was
podcast?
that was one of them we did.
Oh,
it was
I
great.
see. Oh, I
But
see. Yeah, Frank would get nervous.
Yeah, he got real nervous. Do you enjoy doing the interview stuff with people on the podcast?
Yeah, well, we got good guests, so that I was interested in, but it's harder. Like you guys obviously have to just interview everybody.
Not necessarily.
Here. What?
No, we don't.
You don't?
No, you're a special choice. We could have
But
said no.
I'm amazed that people. I don't know how I would do with people that.
You don't care about?
Yeah, like I'm always astonished by, especially a guy like David Letterman, who I think would be even less interested than we would be. You know, or the way he can pretend to be interested.
Right,
Like,
and actually
that's
have.
Yeah, but don't you think he has a little more juice or say on saying, "Hey,
No.
this guest
No,
is here"?
no.
But there's every
CBS.
once in a while they have to take it. He has to take
Oh
it.
no!
Yeah.
On an average guest, you got to
If they're in town, they're promoting.
3 guests a night.
Yeah.
There's not that many interesting people, and actors are not interesting at all. I mean,
And now, did you start getting pressure from anybody? Because it's your podcast, but you start getting money from the outside coming in. I think it was Jerky Links, which might have explained the ballooning. Was that right? You had the Jerky Links thing. You had to try to convince me you're a Jerky Links
get
guy.
what?
Just get what they want, like guests from them.
Sean, Sean and I, we like just older guys. A lot of people wanted young people.
But they're not interesting.
Older guys are the most interesting. And I always think in show business, you get the old guys, they don't care what they say anymore.
Right.
They're out of the business.
They'll tell some stories.
And they tell stories about guys you care about.
Yeah, they'll name names. They don't care at all. They're seconds away from dying.
Yeah.
So who's the best one you had on there? Because I've seen some that
Well,
were
we
just
had
fantastic.
we had this guy Jack Carter, and he did the most craziest thing. Remember?
Well, I also still, after meeting him, have no idea who Jack Carter is.
Jack Carter was a comedian like the Catskills guys, right? Way back in the day.
90.
Yeah.
So he was talking, and he said he was talking about the war, and he was
Which
like,
one?
The Second World War.
The
I
big
go,
one.
you were in the Second World War. He goes, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I go, the war was a lot of fun? And he goes, well, I never got to go over. I never went over, you know. He goes, I got a lucky break. My whole unit was going to D-Day, and they all died. And I didn't go because I got deathly sick the day before. And then I go, oh, man, it sounds like you were faking it as a joke.
Right.
And then he goes, I was. And then he's like, I never told nobody that. And I was
So he finally confessed.
Yes,
now,
that he is a
right?
deserter and a traitor to our country.
But you learn that kind of stuff on Norm's podcast,
Yeah,
which
Norm's
is great.
Deathbed Confessions. That'd be a good show.
That'd be pretty awesome. You just
Yeah.
show up at hospitals,
Yeah,
and they think it's to bring them up, but it's really just to get them to admit
We've had
some
a
stuff.
couple.
You do admit some stuff, and then you
Oh,
pull
man.
a plug out of.
Man, do I want to follow you around with a camera? Hey, I'm here to pull the plug there. You got anything to say?
So Rickles.
By the way, if I'm ever in that situation,
Celebrity deathbed
of pulling a plug,
Yeah.
first of all, I would want more than one plug. I would want like a backup plug.
Multiple plugs.
Yeah. Because if a
For
guy
you?
comes
Just
in,
like the
guy comes
switches?
in with one of those
Oh.
wide brooms, hits
Yeah.
your plug.
Oh, I want a generator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want something to kick
This
in.
is how I feel.
Yeah,
like,
is it
this,
that easy?
Yeah.
This is how I feel it happens sometimes. Like you're in bed, right, with your eyes closed and stuff, and you're sleeping, your coma, whatever they call it. But you can hear and stuff.
Sure.
This is my nightmare. And all you hear is your relatives going, I think he wants to go. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, no, but you can't.
You can't move enough to. Yeah.
Because nobody's ever like, no, keep him on the thing.
Yeah, no, keep them on forever.
Yeah.
Everybody always was real jump. You know, my pool guy pulled the plug on his mom, and she sat up. Took like this huge, horrible breath. The whole family lost their minds, and then she died. Like right in front of him. He's like, it's time we pulled the plug on her. She's not going to make it. Pulls the plug, and like a few seconds later, she goes,
She's like, it's a miracle. Like, what the?
Plug her back in. It was
But
too
that
late.
must have been a physical thing. Is that what like they talked
The
about?
family didn't say so.
Yeah.
There was a big fight afterwards.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the risk.
I read that 1 out of 4 people get buried alive.
What? 25% of people?
Come on.
Stop that. Where did you read that? Lies?
No, because they said that Lies
The
magazine.
book Lies?
Yeah, the book Lies magazine.
But, no,
So
they,
they're wheeling the guy, and he's like, man, it's starting to get hot in here.
Yeah.
Whoa,
They said that the medical equipment used to show if a person's actually expired is not that perfect.
we need to spruce that up a
But,
little.
but if you're being buried, there's like the embalming process,
Yeah.
which will
You
totally.
Maybe
You'll
you're
pretty
talking
much
Yeah, I
find out
don't
if
think
the
it's
person's
buried
dead.
alive. I think they die in the morgue. They wake up inside the.
So if they're stiff, maybe put in there, they might be put in.
so like pronounced dead.
Before they're embalmed, they still could. Because you have a couple that come back, and all of a sudden the guy wakes up on the table or something.
Like, haven't you ever been in a funeral and go, boy, that guy looks alive?
Never.
No.
The
really?
coffin gives a dead giveaway. I completely know. That automatically.
And the
can take-
makeup. It's
yeah.
the worst makeup.
Takes the life.
I read a story this morning about these two kids. Their mom died, and they put a cell phone in her casket.
Oh.
And then when she was buried, they got text messages back from the phone.
No way.
I swear. It's a story I read this morning. But what I think? Grave robber.
Yeah, definitely. As a living person.
And then they're like, yeah, thanks for letting us have sex with your mom's corpse.
Did you do that one on Cool? Norm MacDonald is at the Tempe Improv this weekend
with the great Sean O'Connor.
The future of comedy. It should be on the marquee. Norm's name should be very small as the comedy. You're just introducing him, right? That's
pretty
what's happening.
well.
Okay, yeah.
And Norm's going to confess something
That's
tonight.
right. It'll be on-stage deathbed confession. Norm MacDonald on his birthday tonight. You can go see him at the Tempe Improv.
Birthday kisses for all the ladies.
Why? It's not. You don't have to call him back. He has to call you again. He bothered
laugh.
you. Who calls anyone this early?
I
Anyway.
feel so terrible.
Where's he
living? I'm screaming at him.
What time is it where he lives?
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
You have to assume.
It's later.
But you have to assume he knows you're on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
So who calls anybody at 8 in the
call
morning?
him. We could call Leslie if you want to.
No, we can call him live on air.
Yeah.
You want to call your brother?
No.
Straighten this out. What's your brother do?
My brother, I think he works at a donut shop.
You're not sure?
This call wasn't that important to either of you. Either donut shop guy or whatever.
It was nice of him to call him. So I feel so bad.
It was nice. But he was the first one in. You know what? Don't feel too bad. He's just kind of clearing his day. He was getting it over with before 9 a.m. It was just a quick, let's get this done so I don't have to think about it.
I had my brother scream at me.
Yeah.
He kept saying,
are you at the point?
I said I'm on the radio. He's like, yeah. So anyways.
Are you at the point when, like on your siblings, do you send them something for your birthday, or is it just a call? A happy birthday.
Do people still do that?
They give gifts.
I mean, I'm getting my son.
Only the topper in the family does
my
it.
My son is 21, and I'm thinking, when do I stop giving him stuff?
That's a monumental one. I think after this, though.
What is the age?
No, he's 22.
No, then he's done. You don't have to worry about it. Just give him a call at 8 a.m.
Yeah, because I was thinking I could save the present until. Do you find this that as we march forward in time,
as the world turns,
time marches on, that there's less and less things you can get people like because everything's on their phone that they need.
Yeah, they have it.
Oh yeah, you can't buy anything for anybody anymore. They get it. They get it when they need it because it's right.
Cash is king.
Yeah, it's a crusher. Norm, leave us
now
with,
you don't have kids.
No, God, no.
Yeah,
that sounds awful to me.
I do. I have a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he's got it.
Do you have a girl?
Girl.
Yeah, I knew it.
How's that? You just
because he said I have a 6-year-old. Because otherwise you'd say I have a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah. Really?
Because you'd be proud.
Yeah.
There it is. Norm
but don't
MacDonald.
you worry?
Awesome.
I mean, I guess throughout history we've all worried about our children, but my God Almighty,
good luck.
It's no country for old
good
men,
luck,
though.
Kid.
Well, it's no country for old men. It's the speech Barry Corbin gives there. He goes, "What you got ain't nothing new here."
I don't know.
Watch that movie.
I know everybody tells me
it's the best movie ever. He gives a speech. He's like, because his Tommy Lee Jones says something. He said he goes out to his brother's place. Brother, ironically, says to him, he says, "I think I got to get out of this." And he goes, "What are you getting out for?" And he goes, "I feel overmatched." And he goes, "What you got ain't nothing new here. This has been going on forever." He said, "The world doesn't sit around and wait for you. That's vanity."
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great speech. And
but
then
the speech I want you to do for me is a speech from The Godfather, where he goes to the guy that ends up with the horse's head, and he says, "Put Johnny Fontaine in this picture." And then the old guy starts saying why Johnny Fontaine will never be in this picture.
You want me to do that right now?
You remember that speech?
I remember, but I don't remember it well enough to do it.
Can we find the text?
The Godfather.
What?
I've never seen The Godfather.
Can we find the text on the computer?
Bravo, why do you want me to do
it, man?
You want me to act with you?
Are you getting it?
He's getting it now.
Norm
Why are you
Theater.
appeasing this?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll do The Godfather.
Classic morning radio.
Yeah, The Godfather moment. And we have to do it as character.
Yeah. I'll be
Super
Robert
Dave
Duvall.
Osborne. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. We'll do that.
I'll do it as Super Dave.
And I'll do it as Super Dave.
And you do,
I'll be Fuji.
But you remember the guy, right?
Oh, I know you're talking
He's
about.
Like,
he's the one pissed off about Johnny Fontaine
really
ever working.
Yeah,
I know that one. I just don't remember the speech well enough.
Oh, it was
Why
a
are we
great
doing
speech.
this?
Oh, it's so fun.
I don't.
I'll be Super Dave instead of Robert Duvall.
Can I also be Super Dave though?
No, you have to.
We can't be
commit.
combating Super. I have to commit to this character.
You have to commit,
all right, we'll do it.
Where
Norm's
are you
going to
going?
reenact. Up, Sean's done. He doesn't want to.
Future's gone.
It's 98 KU.
It's over.
97.9. 98. Tempe, Phoenix.
Now it's just getting deep in here. We're
Well,
talking philosophies and ice ages.
What's
happening?
It was cold back then.
Norm MacDonald is joining us today with his manservant Sean O'Connor, the future of comedy.
Yeah, baby.
Who will soon have plastic surgery to be Norm, look like Norm.
I knew I should have wore a shirt.
It's the gold lame
It's a radio joke.
I really and for whatever reason, I quoted "No Country for Old Men," and now you want to do a scene from The Godfather.
Yeah, but I think we should set it up.
Yeah, you go ahead. This is your thing. You direct. No,
I've
Sean,
never
you
seen
say-
The Godfather.
You've never seen The Godfather.
I've seen every American Pie, though.
Is this one of those moments where you get in the car and you say, "I can't believe I made that guy do that"?
No, now listen. We got to set this up.
Okay.
We all remember the big scene in The Godfather was the guy wakes up with the horse's head.
Satin sheets.
Sure.
Yes. You should set this up.
Is that the offer he can't refuse? Is a horse's head?
Yeah.
The sheets.
Really?
Yeah, that's the kind of the first.
The first one. He's trying to.
So
He,
set it up.
he unfolds the one.
Yeah, but
sheet
set up
thinking-
this scene here. Johnny Fontaine is a lounge singer, sort of loosely based on Sinatra.
Yeah.
Who the Godfather wants to put in this movie, but the movie producer refuses. We don't know why. Right?
Right.
I'm setting it up.
That's right. You're doing a great
Keep
job.
doing it.
And then, so they send the consulary, Tom Hagen, played by Robert Duvall, to go and visit this guy and try to talk him into
Getting Johnny in the car.
Yeah. So Tom Hagen,
But
who's
Johnny's
played
not
by-
having any of it.
Tom Hagen's played by Robert Duvall, and Jack Woltz plays the producer. But
Right.
in this,
Nobody knows who that guy is.
in this, we're doing now. I have to do.
You're the producer because this is your idea.
wanted you to
and
do
you're
it.
doing it as Super Dave Osborne.
Super Dave, yeah.
I'll be doing Tom Hagen as Liam Neeson.
Okay, as Liam
Is that
Neeson.
right?
Okay.
Because he's improv.
Yeah, because he's a big improv. Ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready? All
yeah.
right, here we go. Mr. Corleone is Johnny Fontaine's grandfather. Now Italians regard that as a very close.
Wow,
very
that's
sacred
good.
relationship. Cut. You can't say that.
just-
Take two, cut.
You already knew how to do them.
Well, I wasn't just going to wing one.
Oh, okay,
You know how to
I'm
do
sorry.
Super
I'm
Dave,
sorry.
right? You're not
I'm
just
sorry.
throwing
I'm
this
sorry.
out for the
I'm sorry.
first time.
All right,
that's
take
right.
two.
It's not like I said I was going to do Paula Dean and then
Okay.
give it a try.
Hey, there's butter in
I have
there.
to go again? All right, here we
Yeah.
go. All right, take two. Try not to compliment me so much.
Okay.
Mr. Corleone is Johnny Fontaine's grandfather. Now Italians regard that as a very close, very sacred religious relationship.
You tell your boss he can do.
You know what?
This isn't going as well as I'd hoped.
Tell your boss he can ask for anything else, but this is one favor I can't grant him.
Mr. Corleone never asked for a second favor. Once he's refused the first. Understood?
You don't understand. Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That part is perfect for him. It'll make him a big star. But I'm going to run him out of the movies, and let me tell you why. Johnny Fontaine ruined one of Woltz's International's most valuable proteges. For 3 years, we had her under contract. Singing lessons, dancing lessons, acting lessons. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was going to make her a big star. And let me be even more frank. Because I want to show you I'm not a hard-hearted man. But it's not all dollars and cents with me. She was beautiful. She was young and she was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had. And I've had them all over the world. And then Johnny Fontaine comes along with his olive oil voice and his giddy charm. And she runs off. She throws it all away just to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position cannot afford to be made to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here. And if that Goomba tries any rough stuff, you tell him I ain't no band leader. Yeah, that's right, I heard the story.
Thank you very much for the dinner and a very pleasant evening. Have your car take me to the airport. Mr. Corleone is a man who insists on hearing bad news at once.
Wow, excellent.
And sing.
Amazing.
That was great.
Impressions are much easier to do in small chunks. That's what we've learned.
That's why I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, damn,
you
man,
did
you
this
gave me
scene. You tried to give it to me.
It's like a 5-minute thing. I didn't know you
That's
talked
your
so
thing.
long.
You did
This
great,
was your
Norm.
scene.
It's awesome.
All right, now monologues.
You ever do a monologue?
Oh, it's awful.
Huh?
Just can't stand them. High school they used to make
Yeah,
us
yeah,
read those awful
yeah.
monologues.
He did 14 verses of the farter from Sparta.
That was a great. I wrote it myself. He's got to go now. Now
Brad's gotta go?
That's beautiful. Thank you, Norm. That was fun. I don't know why, and I'm going to be thinking about it for a while. But nice job.
Listen, man, I just want to say, can I end on a serious note?
You better.
Yeah.
I think that, with the Ray Rice incident,
Sure.
with the Adrian Peterson
Yeah.
incident,
This is why he's my favorite person. Norm MacDonald, all week long. Happy birthday, Norm. Nice work.
Oh, it's
Sean,
my birthday.
Pleasure to meet you. It's 98.
You know what I was way ahead on? Slut shaming. I was always against that. I remember telling the fellas in high school, I go, guys, I think we're making a big mistake by shaming the sluts. You see, here's what is my concern. I feel if we shame them too much, they might stop becoming sluts, you know? And further ladies might not want to be sluts either. I have a different idea. Other than shaming the sluts, it's a bold idea. I say we take the sluts and we put them on our shoulders and we go, oh, hail the slut. Oh, for she's a jolly good slut, that kind of thing, you know? So I was way ahead of it, man, way ahead of it. But anyway.
Some days we get closer, things that we never really needed, promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we
Farrah, the first time I ever saw you, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the horriest looking whores I have ever seen in my life. And I have seen a lot of whores because I'm a rock star. And, you know, I've seen ladies like in the front row look at me with that super hoary look on their face. And you look horier than all of them. And that really means something.
Welcome Norm MacDonald, everybody. Hey, Norm. Yeah, they love you, Norm. They love you. They love you. No, you. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You're making Norm nervous now.
Is an exceptionally funny man. He's an actor, a comedian, and former news anchor for Saturday Night Live. Next week, comedy history will be made with the premiere of Sports Show with Norm MacDonald. You can watch it Tuesday nights at 10:30 on Comedy Central. Please welcome Norm MacDonald.
How's it going, Jim?
Good. You scared me.
What?
I don't know. I felt like you were coming to attack me or something.
No. I like getting out of here fast. I find people don't like people walking. You know, right? So the jokes, get jokes in.
Some people really milk it, the walk out to the thing.
Yeah.
I admire that in a way because I don't have that kind of confidence to stand there and to do this.
Oh, to do the big thing and wave and everything.
Sometimes they go in and there's handshakes.
Until people don't care too much for you.
Yeah.
Not you, me.
Yeah, or us together.
Please welcome one of our oldest friends, Norm MacDonald. Let's get him out here.
What a crowd. You guys are great, I'll tell you that. I've been on a lot of shows, but there's no better crowd than you right here. I'll tell you that
right now. You're a pro. You came out here, you lit this crowd up.
I'm just telling the truth.
You're a truth teller. Please welcome Norm MacDonald. That's a can-do, Norm. You came charging out like that.
Yeah, because Peter, look at this audience, man. They don't care about that. Why? They like jokes.
One of the funniest guys around, Norm MacDonald. Man, Norm, is there a problem there? What's the problem?
No, nothing. It's just speckled water.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
out fast.
Yeah. I want to get right to the jokes.
Yeah.
That's what the people are here for. They're not here to see a guy walk from there to there.
No, I've never seen anyone care about the customer more than you.
I love this audience, man.
Are you still Canadian, or did you renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11. You remember what happened?
You remember 9/11?
Yeah,
Which
it
one?
rings a bell. Yeah, which one?
The one in 1911?
No, the one where the
plane.
Where they took down the towers?
Yeah, all the stories came crashing down. You know, a lot like when we tried to write on the Norm show. We couldn't. We tried to write stories and they'd all come crashing down.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again. It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it.
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11 again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh. Adam. I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. And you were the guy that was laughing and joking about it, like only 4 weeks ago when I told you my story about walking ankle deep in blood and bone to try to find.
Well, that's different. That was kind of funny.
That does sound funny.
Yeah, right? I was in New York.
Blood and bone everywhere.
This is fine. This is fine for a fella that during 9/11, was in Costa Rica partying with his friends. I was walking through the blood and the bones
So you were put off by that joke?
In Manhattan. A little bit.
I can't believe you're right.
I had to get new pants because of the blood and the bones.
Just now or back then?
Back then, I was ankle deep in blood and bones.
You went through the war, Norm.
Well, it was an attack on our country. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
You said me.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression?
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
I know.
9/11. We're going to go to hell, as they say. Politics are local. Apparently, you guys have a little history because you used to be the manager of the. This is my trusty sidekick, Adam Egas. You used to be the manager of the Tempe Improv, the best club in the country.
Right.
And I did 10 minutes once in front of them, and then I never played there again.
When did this turn into Crossfire? And secondly, I didn't ban.
Who banned me?
I think it was Howard.
Yeah,
Howard.
But you're part of the same regime.
No, all right. Well, technically, yeah. But
Howard was an old man.
Yeah, like Kim Jong-un, right, has a soldier, but like
sure. Yeah, I'm just following orders.
But you're a part of the thing.
All right, I admit that.
All right. And what did I do?
You know who else said they were just following orders? Hitler.
Well, Stalin was just as bad.
Yeah. What did I do?
I think you took your pants down.
On stage?
Yeah, he got pretty naked on stage.
Well, I wanted to prove a point. I said that, skin color is only your skin color, and we're all pink on the inside, so I showed him my butthole.
I remember now.
Yeah, and that was my opener, and he didn't like that.
It's like Lenny Bruce.
It was a real opener.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past.
Black is great.
Black is great.
Black is fantastic. Right?
Yeah, I think
Black is fantastic.
Even though, they're not black anymore. But then again, we're not white, right?
Right.
We're pink like his fucking asshole. We're all,
Seen it.
We're all the color of Bobby's asshole deep down. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like you could do that as a poem, like some slam poetry. That's what you should do, Bob. You should go on like
slam poetry?
Slam poetry thing in New York City. Well, they have these, I saw a wonderful play. A guy went on a trapeze over the audience. This was at the height of the AIDS epidemic, and he cut himself. And his blood, his AIDS, his AIDS-filled blood went all over the audience. Then we cheered because we were afraid to be politically incorrect. So instead, we contract AIDS.
But wait, you were at the show?
Yeah.
You were being sprayed with AIDS blood?
We all got full-blown AIDS within the
Did you get your money back?
No, we pretended it was good because we'd rather get AIDS than be called homophobe. But this guy said one of the most disturbing things to me. Yeah. He said he was very into the S&M, gay S&M scene. And he said he loved when guys with AIDS would fuck him. He said something like, when they pumped their death up my hot ass. I was like, oh, wait.
This looks like a badge of courage, almost.
Yeah, it's real Stephen Crane moment.
Oh, man. I always think about this. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I got it right. This is my favorite Weekend Update joke of all time that I think about often. It is a perfect Norm joke. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
SNL 40th was a few years ago. I got to stand on stage with Colin Quinn and Kevin Nealon and Norm. And the SNL 40th was a night where everyone just got a couple things to say. There was in an effort to find. And I remember laughing really hard, not at what Norm was saying as much as the idea that any of us thought Norm would play by anyone else's rules on any night.
We here are mere utility infielders. But right now, I'm going to introduce a man.
Right now? Over the years, I started at SNL in 2001. And I remember one time Norm walked back into the studio to visit. I don't remember how old his son was at the time, but his son was young. And someone said, "Hey, Norm, how's being a dad?" And he said, "It's going great. Still no abductions." That's the first thing I ever heard him say in person. My son was watching you on Update and said to me, "You talk like Seth Meyers." And he told me that when he said that, he said, "Oh no, my son doesn't know how time works." He was the gold standard, and he will continue to be the gold standard. And
how do you figure out how much to share about what goes on behind the scenes at SNL? Because I know that you were talking about Eddie not doing Bill Cosby on Howard Stern's show, and Seth Meyers wasn't crazy about that. He came out about the Ellen and said, "I wouldn't have told that story."
Seth Meyers said that?
Yeah, he said, do we have the quote here? Just bring up the quote. He said, I wouldn't have told it. I feel the same way. I think when you're at SNL, you're seeing so many different things behind the scenes. There are often things to give away that are yours to give away. Norm played it in a way that is very Norm MacDonald. And he went on to praise you, but I don't know what that means. I mean, how do you choose what to reveal and what not to reveal, what to share and what not to share about an institution as powerful as SNL?
I always think, what would Seth Meyers do? It's ridiculous.
Do you have like a necklace or something with a WWSMD on it? And whenever you're in a pickle, just hold that. And what would Seth do?
Yeah, because, if you really want to be really funny, then that's what you want to do. You want to think, what would make Seth Meyers laugh? That's how I live my life.
What do you think of his show?
Of what show?
The Seth Meyers show.
It's not something I would do.
You just reminded me, and of course everyone's been thinking about him a lot lately, Norm MacDonald. But the reason I bring up Norm is Norm, you were describing everybody was following the same rules as a talk show host, which is, okay, you've got to come on, you've got to come up with 3 or 4 stories, they've got to have a beginning, middle, and then payoff. It's got to be something that really happened to you. Norm was this Picasso who decided the eyes don't have to be where the eyes really are, the nose doesn't have to be. He blew it all up, and he would tell stories that were completely fake. I know. They were 100 years old, they were corny jokes, and he would just tell them like they happened to him.
I'm from a little town, it's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108, that's small.
It's country, it's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
And I remember the first time he did that, me talking to him and thinking, okay, well, he's got these different, I don't know what we're going to talk about here. And he'd come out and he'd go like, hey, how's it going? And I'd be like, oh, Norm, what's going on with you? I bought a farm. I'm like, what, you bought a farm? He's like, yeah, I bought a farm. I got 3 daughters, each prettier than the next.
There was a guy, man, he lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I've been away for a couple of years, I moved to the city, and I came back. And I said, John Neil, how you doing? I went to his what do you got, farm? And so he's showing me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them. And one of the pigs had a wooden leg,
And Andy would be sitting there, and Andy's from the Midwest. He'd be like, wait a minute, I know this joke. This is a joke my grandfather told me. And he'd be like, my grandfather told me.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's joke.
Stop it, both of you.
One has a peg leg, the other has an eye patch, and the third one, she had a wheelbarrow, and it's just a joke. And he would do it, and he would dress it all up, and I would think, you asshole. That's the most genius thing in the world, because who really wants to hear what a celebrity, we're all like, well, there is that funny time that I overtipped a little bit, I'll tell that story. Yeah. And he was like, no one wants to hear that. No. They want to hear a joke from 1911.
He was like the gold. Watching him on your show was the gold standard of, and he was one of those guys. I didn't know Norm at all. I wish I'd never met him. But I would hear all these great stories. I remember watching him on your show once years ago. It was the dumbest bit, where he was doing something and he made some terrible joke and you went, what? And Andy went, what? And he goes, oh, listen to this guy. He's been downloading male porn all day. and then, like, apropos of nothing, and Andy's like, what?
Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What?
Seriously. That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. Now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Yeah. Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know.
It's not. It's not all just pictures of hairy guys' ass.
The articles are good. All right.
See, I just read it for hairy guys' ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show. Last week he went to the hairy guy's ass mansion.
It was great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Him and Jimmy Kahn.
This is one I heard recently, because since when he passed away, you heard all these stories from all these people, but Norm liked to bet. You know, Norm liked to gamble, and he liked to bet, and he borrowed $200 from someone at SNL, and then the person kept coming up to him and saying, hey, can I get that $200? And he's like, I don't know. And in that Norm way, kind of getting out of the room and shambling away in all angles and elbows. And the guy kept asking him for it, and the guy went, hey, come on, man, that means a lot to me. I had $200. I want my $200. Hey, you lost $200. I lost $5,000. Leave me alone. He just got yelled at the guy. You think you got problems? I got bigger problems.
What was the most you ever bet on an event?
$400,000.
Who was it on?
Atlanta Falcons against the Denver Broncos, 1990.
What's amazing is people don't realize is that Norm at the time in the 90s when the OJ trial was going on.
Well, let's be clear, we're not cheering the OJ murder.
Yeah.
Let's just be we're cheering Norm's heroic comedic response to that terrible event.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're on record having said that.
Yeah.
And so he's on the show, and at the time, the guy who was running NBC really evidently was friends with OJ, and wanted Norm to stop. So I think maybe a bunch of people here might be too young to appreciate how much Norm's boss was telling him to stop making jokes about OJ, and he was told, you gotta stop. And that weekend, Norm comes out and goes, he's on Weekend Update. He says, it turns out the Los Angeles Police Department admitted today that they had planned to frame O.J. Simpson for those murders until they got to the crime scene, and it turned out he did it.
A shocking new development in the O.J. Simpson case. Late this afternoon, a high-ranking official in the Los Angeles Police Department admitted to Geraldo Rivera that the police did conspire to frame O.J. Simpson for the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. However, they called the conspiracy off when they got to the murder scene and found that O.J. really did do it. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University.
Why are you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all
he would stare at the camera and hold, which is this incredible middle finger in comedy.
Incredible.
Turns out he did it. And he would stare at the camera, and even if the crowd wasn't laughing, he would stare at them like, you heard what I said.
Yeah. And his job was on the line.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Well, that's a point that I try to make again and again and again, is that there are a lot of people who talk about being brave in comedy and bravery, and
Thank you.
I think, no. The risks of falling off a Segway. But no, it's rare. It doesn't happen that often, but Norm is one of those people, and it doesn't happen that often. People that their careers are hurt by the chances they're taking. Their careers he would do things that would get in the way of him advancing in show business. Whether it was his stint on the ESPYs or what he did at SNL, he would do things that would impede him from moving up the ladder. And there are a lot of people that don't take any risks and then get credit for being brave. And that's where you lose me, Will. You know?
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, you're talking about me?
No, the different Will.
You're talking about Ferrell.
I'm talking about Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Ferrell.
He's the worst.
He's the worst
He's
guy
such a
you'll ever...
monster.
I'll tell you how I watch Saturday Night Live. I tune in about 5 at midnight to watch Norm do the news, and now I hear that he's been fired from the show. You are the shining light on Saturday Night Live. The best part of Saturday Night Live is when you do the news.
Right.
And in fact, when I went on Saturday Night Live, I only wanted to be on the news. I refused to be on any of the sketches.
And you actually said this.
And I said, the rest of Saturday Night Live sucks except for Norm.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, right?
Turned out you were completely wrong.
According to the experts.
It was like over the holidays, it was...
what holiday was that?
The Christmas.
Oh, okay, go ahead. All right, just be clear.
Over the Christmas holidays, I was...
Where were you? Were you at home?
I was in Los Angeles, and then...
With your wife?
Yeah. Then I started hearing stuff about, hey, it doesn't look good, and things, they want to make changes, and I didn't know what they were talking.
Who was telling you this?
Just different people at Saturday Night Live, you know.
The cast, you mean?
No, the people that work there, like the other guys that you don't know.
Is it true that the rest of the cast doesn't like you much? I read that in the paper today. Is that true?
You did?
Yeah, come on, be honest. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know for a fact, because I did Saturday Night Live, you told me you lock yourself pretty much in your own room and you don't really communicate much with the rest of the staff. Is that true?
The cast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like them.
You do? But
Yeah.
they don't like you much?
Well, how the hell do you know if a guy likes you or not?
You can tell if people enjoy being around you. Are you difficult?
Oh, no.
You're not. Okay, all right. So you... probably is.
I don't think Norm sees himself.
No. So you had heard rumors that there were going to be changes. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Who said that to you?
Just people, I don't know.
Name
people
names.
On the show. Well, nobody knows.
Why are you being so evasive? Name the names of the people
You
who
can
said
tell us what their position is. I mean,
Well, guys on the show, nobody knows these.
Would you say guys on the show?
You know, like not cast members, it's just
Writers.
writers?
The guy with the long hair, the fat guy who writes for you. What's his name? Okay, so he tells
Frank
you.
Sebastiano.
Frank Sebastiano. He's
You
a
want
good
me
guy.
to name names?
He's a funny guy.
So he told you it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
Yeah. So then,
But you got to see Frank Sebastiano to know that you would not put any credence in anything he said.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So Frank Sebastiano keeps telling me it doesn't look good, and I'm going, that's just Frank, you know.
Yeah, he don't know it.
Right? He don't
Yeah,
know it.
right.
So then, and plus everybody's always saying that to me. Hey, things don't look good.
Right. You even say things don't look good.
Yeah,
right.
people don't like you, and I go, I don't know, what? Who cares, right?
I can't believe that people don't like you, but go ahead.
So then when I got back there this week, right? And so then I was hanging out and stuff, and then the guys go, hey, man, you got to call this dude Don Ohlmeyer, the president of the network.
Don Ohlmeyer is the president of NBC.
Right.
And they're telling you you've got to call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with you, and they said, please call Don Ohlmeyer. Who tells you to call Don Ohlmeyer?
He didn't try to get in touch with me. He said to Lauren, I want this guy off update, you know.
He said
What?
Don Ohlmeyer wants you off update.
He told Lauren that.
Lauren wants you on, but
Right.
Don Ohlmeyer wants you off.
Right.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, what do you...
Lauren wants you off of it. And he's afraid to tell you to your face because he has
So
a
he has
relationship
Don
with you.
Ohlmeyer do it.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
Because
Go
what's
ahead.
he got to do with Saturday Night Live?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah?
I'd bet any amount of money on it.
So you tell me Lauren got me off Saturday night?
Yeah.
Doesn't he run Saturday Night Live?
They don't tell Lorne who to take off Saturday Night Live. You think Lorne's on you? Lorne digs you, right?
Yeah.
You think Lorne is against what Don Ohlmeyer's doing?
Well, that's what he told me.
And that he can't do anything about it?
Man, you're naive. First you speak to Lorne, right? And Lorne says call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah, he said, you know, you should call Don and...
When has any staff member had to call Don? Lorne's the guy in charge of Saturday Night Live. Why do you have to call Don Ohlmeyer?
Well, he's like apparently I don't even know what the guy is.
Yeah.
He's the president of the whole network.
Yeah, but when any other instructions about what you're doing happened, where did they come from?
In my...
In your tenure there, who talked to you about what was going on?
Answer the question.
It was Lorne.
Right.
Fine.
So why now are you talking to Don Ohlmeyer? Because Lorne doesn't have the balls to tell you he wants you off Weekend Update.
Wait a minute. Lorne doesn't want me on Weekend Update?
Right.
That's it.
I'm being serious with you now. Of course.
Well, that's horrible.
All right. So you called Don Ohlmeyer. Tell me more about what happened here.
He told me he wanted me on Update.
Yeah, of course he told you that. He's lying. I would do the same thing. If I didn't want Fred on the show, I wouldn't do it myself. I know Fred 10 years. I can't do it. I'd have Tom tell him. Right.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
No, but
every weasel does that. I'm the biggest weasel there is.
Lorne doesn't want to tell you. How's Lorne going to tell you? He likes you.
Yeah, he likes me, right?
Right, but he doesn't want you anymore.
Oh.
It's a business thing.
Be serious with me. Do you buy for a minute that Don Ohlmeyer has the power to do this?
And what is Don Ohlmeyer probably doesn't even watch the show.
All right, let me hear this. So when you called Don Ohlmeyer, what did he say?
He said he didn't want me to do an update.
Why?
Because he doesn't think I was funny.
He said that to your face. I mean, he said that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're funny.
On the phone he did this?
Yeah.
And you said, well, I am funny, right?
No.
What did you say?
I said, you know, funny is just whatever you think. I mean, I believe you don't think I'm funny.
You might be the only funny guy on there, on that whole show. That might be the only...
Don thinks the rest of the show is funny.
Does Don think the rest of the kids? Does he think those cheerleaders are so funny?
He said to me that Update is like dragging down the show and that...
Really?
Yeah.
Gee, I must not know anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then what did you do? Did you yell at him? Did you say anything to him, or did you just hang up? Well, tell me.
No, I just said, listen, you know, if I'm unfunny, then he said, you know, I want you to be better. And I go, well, I can't, because if I'm not funny...
How can I make myself funny?
An unfunny guy can't be funny, yeah.
Right. This is really the discussion you have with this idiot.
Yeah, so then I said, but this decision is coming from you, right? And he goes, what? And then I go, because... you know, because I talked to people on the show, Lauren and stuff, and they're for me. And he goes, well, if that's what they tell you, sure, blame me.
Oh, so he's basically telling you.
What?
That it was a group decision, and he had nothing. I mean, really, it was Lauren's decision.
No, he said blame me.
He said blame him, but he's saying basically, you know.
So that's it? That's what you want to say?
What? I don't know. What?
You're accepting this?
What do you mean?
And are you now with Saturday Night Live in any other capacity, or have you quit? Out and out.
No, I got to keep doing sketches.
Is that right?
And you don't want to do sketches?
I don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not. You know.
And who will be the news guy now on Saturday Night Live?
I think maybe it's Colin.
That's what it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it says you agreed to be replaced.
Well, that sure is hell ain't true.
That's not true.
No.
You love doing the weekend update. Sure, and be serious.
Yeah, that's the thing I like doing the best. That's the only thing I like doing.
Can't get a read on you. I can't. I don't know what's going on with you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, when somebody fires you,
That's it.
What the hell?
Well, what are you going to do about this?
So you're going to go back and you think they're going to write you into skits, actually?
Well, you know, the thing I don't like is they write you into things and you can't, you know, like I don't have no character where I'm...
Well, you do Letterman. You do that good.
Yeah, I do, like, I don't want to do Letterman anymore, but I do some impressions and stuff, but sometimes they write you in sketches, and this is what they didn't do when I was on Update, because I had Update.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden you got to be like... you know, you gotta be like the scientist that discovered Monkey Boy or something.
I know. Yeah, you're not even Goat Boy.
You're like
you're the scientist who discovered
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, you're being a straight man to Monkey Boy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get Goat Boy myself either. I mean, I'm with you on this. I don't understand the Goat Boy.
Oh,
sketch.
I like Goat Boy.
Goat Boy's cool. They just run it too long.
I was talking
Is
about
that
Monkey
it?
Boy.
Monkey? Oh, you don't like Monkey Boy?
Monkey Boy
Okay.
you don't like,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm with you.
I agree with you on Monkey Boy.
Yeah. Nobody likes Monkey Boy.
I say, after the makeup, what's up?
Like even those two women that do they do a sketch where it's public radio.
Yeah. Yes.
The first time they did, I said, "Man, that is brilliant.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is public radio." Now they've done it 87 times, and I'm like,
goes
"Well,
nowhere.
yeah." I mean, I'm immediately out of there, and I just come back when Norm's on.
Well, sometimes they do that. You know, like I did impression of Letterman on the show.
Yeah.
And then they want me to do it again. I said, I don't want to do it again. I already did it.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
you
I
feel
mean?
like you're beating the guy up after a while.
And plus, it's only funny once.
Right. Like do it once, everyone goes, "It's brilliant,"
Yeah,
and then
figure something else
And then
out.
if there's another reason for it, you just don't write something to have Letterman on again.
And then, like, even the cheerleaders, first time I saw that, I said, "Man, that's brilliant."
Or
Perfect
even those
send-up of
guys who bobbed
cheerleaders.
their heads, you know, that was funny.
Brilliant.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Now they're making a movie out of that.
Oh.
It's insane. It's insane. The world is insane.
Don Ohlmeyer is a good man, though. I mean,
Boo, man, don't kiss the corporate ass that just fired you.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not a good man. He's a coward.
He said you're not funny.
Why? He said you're not funny, number one, which you are. He's a skunk.
look,
He's a skunk.
Listen, I've heard all kinds of horrible stories about Don Ohlmeyer.
A guy calls you up and tells you you're not funny. You're a performer who makes his living being
You've
funny.
been doing it for 4 years. You're not funny.
You think that's a delicate way to tell a guy he's fired? How about saying we just want to make a change, we feel like it's getting a little stale, something like that. But you're a very funny guy. Can't say that. He has to say to your face, "You're not funny."
That's what he thinks. I'd rather hear that than what.
So why do you say he's a nice guy?
So why is he a nice guy? That's not nice.
He just seems like he's stuck by his OJ. You know, he's stuck by his friend.
There you go. Yeah, Don Ohlmeyer's the guy who's stuck by OJ, isn't he?
Well, I would say he was a good judge
Yeah.
of anything.
Don Ohlmeyer likes OJ.
Yeah, he wanted to put OJ on TV and have him redeem himself.
Don't tell me he's a good guy.
I just feel like Don Ohlmeyer's like gone through a lot of problems. He was, you know, he was. People said he sexually harassed women, and he went to, you know, that he was a drunk and all this stuff.
Who said that?
Well, he went to rehab.
He did?
Yeah.
This is a really good way of like introducing all of that and still saying he's a good guy.
No, he is a good
You
guy.
are an amazingly calculated man.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh man.
Vicious.
You are vicious.
Vicious man.
Well, you don't
not
think anyone's
funny.
seeing through this? Dude.
Funny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying, you know, that he's a guy that's taken some knocks over the.
You want me to call Don Ohlmeyer right now and ask him if you could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back, begging for a place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. Hit the road, babe. I don't wanna see no miss you, babe. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day, close the door and be on your way. Not much else I don't wanna say. I just wanna live my life without.
They say revenge is sweet. Bob Saget and Norm MacDonald are hoping it is also funny. Saget makes his feature film directorial debut. MacDonald his writing and starring debut in Dirty Work. Basically, two guys who've never done this job before. It's an irreverent comedy that proves getting even can lead to odd situations. Sort of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a little bit, but there's no ghost.
Just hookers in trunks.
Hookers in trunks.
Good programming in the morning for your family.
You've never done this before. You've never done this before. Nervous at all?
Hookers in trunks, or you mean the movie thing?
Big funny directorial debut, comedy, you starring role.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No,
but,
you're not.
No, I'm not, because I take the Xanax.
3-4 cases a week, isn't it?
No, I
sell it to him.
Do you?
No.
Tell me about the movie.
Actually, he's a very, very funny man.
The movie?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got crazy. I was reading that. The movie is two guys that start a revenge for hire business because one of their dads, Jack Ward, needs a heart transplant.
He's my dad, too. He's both of our dads.
You can't say that, though. That's secret information.
Oh, yeah, that's the big plot twist.
Yeah. So, we give that away later. Let me tell you how The Exorcist ends now. Silence of the Lambs, they kill that guy.
Revenge. What do you know from revenge? Do you have any experience in your own life with revenge?
Yeah, I always think up revenge is to get back at guys. Like if they screw me over, if they do something mean, you know.
Really?
Oh, all the time. Like this one guy, man. He would always, what's that? What do you got there?
A little article about you in a little feud with another network.
Oh, yeah. There's this character over on the NBC. He's the president, and he hates me.
And why?
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing if you're not funny.
No, I am funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I think he just doesn't know you.
He's a jackass.
What about dirty work, though?
What about dirty work?
Can I have that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Okay, he shot to national attention as the wittiest Serbic anchor of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. Now he's starring in a brand new movie out called Dirty Work. Here's Norm MacDonald. Hi, Norm. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
How you doing?
Norm is here. Norm's so much in the news every time I turn around.
What? Oh, me in the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Hotter than ever.
Yeah.
My gosh. Looks like they did you a big favor over there at NBC.
Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, but look what happened to you. Became a movie star, just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hadn't you already started filming this movie long before that whole controversy began?
Yeah.
So what do you make of all this?
What do I make of it?
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, the point
that
of what?
they're trying to make, you know.
Who?
So
you got to explain to the people.
No, they read the papers. They know.
Yeah, they know that NBC has banned promotion or commercials featuring your movie on their network.
Yeah, because this character, Don Ohlmeyer, he's the president of NBC, you see?
Yeah.
And he hates me.
Yeah.
But you've only met him one time, I understand.
I've only met him once.
So this is not a personal reason that he hates you.
Yes, he hates me personally.
But you like him, don't you?
I think he's a fair enough fella. I met him once. He seems like a stand-up guy. I don't hate anybody.
That's
you
right.
know Don Ohlmeyer?
I've met him a couple of times, sure.
He seems like a nice enough fella.
Yes, absolutely.
And I don't, put it this way. His best friend is O.J. Simpson, right? Now, if you can like O.J. Simpson, you can like me. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is about you.
I mean, he has his foibles, O.J.
Yeah, sure. Don't we all?
I love that word, foibles.
Although I think O.J. is kind of rehabilitating himself. Did you see where he's stabbing that woman with a banana? Have you seen that?
At least that one doesn't
That's a
really
lot
harm.
better. It's not a sharp
forward,
it's a step forward. But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
what was she doing? Some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure's paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, yeah, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a
congratulations,
good guy.
man.
Thanks for
You're
coming
100.
on. Norm MacDonald and David Spade, stick around.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I got to say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
I listened to an interview you gave Larry King, and you said the ruin of Donald Trump will be his addiction to playing the halls, right? So he's a great performer. He just wanted to be you, like he wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and he just accidentally became a president?
My guess would be that his plan was to make a big splash, lose, oh, that's not good. What should we do now, Joyce?
Just don't answer, okay? If it's possible.
No, I won't answer.
Yeah.
So should I start answering that question again?
Sure.
Yeah, I think him becoming president surprised him. I think, you know, it's funny that people don't remember, but back in the debates, there was a big issue with Donald Trump saying if he lost, it meant the election. God damn. Are you kidding me? I know, I thought I did. Oh, 1 second. Hello? Yes. Oh, I gotta call you back. I'm on the TV, man. Yeah, I'm on the TV right now. Oh my God. Oh, but I'll call you right back. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you the
turn the
question
sound
again.
Norm, did you ever hear the word?
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
But you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The thing is this. There, you know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer, he told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it?
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing, pretend
You know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him, man.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage at work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
all right then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen.
So I said, I can think of something. I can handle it, you know? Because for like Letterman or somebody like that, it's real hard. You have to be really on the top of your game, as you know.
Right, yeah.
Because he's real funny. But The View, it's not that tough, you know, to keep up with.
Right, sure.
Star Jones or whatever, whoever they are. So
Barbara Walters there, though.
Yeah,
She's tough to keep up with, right? I don't know what that means.
So I'm like, I'll be fine. That's what I kept telling the guy. So the guy's like, but that's their job, you know? So this guy would always have ideas. He would phone me with ideas. He'd go,
This goes on for weeks before the appearance, right?
Weeks.
It's almost like it becomes like work.
It is. Talking to that guy is harder than talking to the host, you know?
Yeah.
And he's excited, and it's his job, so I don't want to. So he'd be like, what if he came out in a red wig? I like, what the fuck? Why would I do that, right? He's like, the gals have been teasing Barbara about, you know, tinging her hair. I'm like, no, it'll look like my idea, and then I got a red wig on, and, you know.
Right,
I have
yeah.
to take
You
it
don't
off.
want to take part in their
So,
silliness.
Just over and over, you know, every time. And he goes, well, do you have anything? I go, no, I can't think, but I'll think of something, you know. So he says, anyways, one of the ones he phones me, he goes, I'll tell you what you do, man. He goes, you come out. He goes, you're talking to the gals, and all of a sudden, your cell phone rings, right? He goes, it's in the middle of the show. Like, he's really excited, right? He goes, you answer the cell phone. You go, excuse me, ladies. He goes, we're not going to tell them about it. And the cell phone rings. He goes, excuse me, ladies. It's your agent, Morty. You know, he had this name.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, so you're like, Morty, you can't call me here. I'm on The View. You know, I'm on TV.
Right.
What do you mean you have an offer for me? You know? And I had this crazy Jewish accent in the story. You know, what do you mean? I can't do it. I'm on The View. So I'm like, yeah. I didn't want to, you know, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, you know. So I'm like, no, that one's, yeah, it sounds pretty good, but maybe I'll think of something else, you know.
Right.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
So anyways, this is getting to be a long story.
No, it's fine. You know, we can actually stay on the air as long as we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I get there. So anyways, I'm really late, right? Because I had a big hand at this poker game.
Right.
So
you show up right before you gotta go on the air.
Show up. You know, so I'm going. I go. I got the story about Bill Cosby. I'll do that. I know how to do that story. I did it before on Letterman, and it'll be fine. So I go in and I tell the guy, listen, man, I do this story about Letterman. You know? So I walk out. You know. Now, unbeknownst to me, as I was walking out, this guy had muttered something. I hadn't slept for like 3 days. And it's just the phone call, you know. So I go, oh, yeah. You know. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he had slipped like a cell phone. He put a cell phone in my pocket.
Oh.
You know? So anyways, I got out there. And then...
He'd slipped a cell phone in your pocket.
Yeah, thinking I was in for this gag, right?
And it's all set to
but
ring.
I forgot.
You forgot about it.
I forgot about
it.
Okay. So,
and all hell breaks loose, obviously.
So I go out to the, so I go to The View, and those 4 bags are sitting there. You know?
Oh, come on.
So, no, ladies,
yeah.
women, you know.
Yeah.
It's not politically correct to say bag.
No.
But
was
you know,
Rosie
you got Michael
wasn't
Richards is saying the N-word. I can't say the B word.
No, you can say that, absolutely.
I want to talk later about now they have the F word for fag, which is really strange.
Yeah.
But
the guy from Grey's Anatomy got in trouble for saying.
Yeah, the N guy, the N-word guy.
The F word.
No, but he was an N-word guy, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
That was the irony.
Everybody's
No, he was African American.
Everybody's going nuts out
He
there.
was African American.
Yeah. Said the F word. He said
It'd be
the F
funny if
word.
you were an African American. You know, if you were a racist, you would not say African American. Maybe you'd say the A word.
What's the A word?
The African American.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But so I go on the
Okay, yeah.
View.
Yeah.
So this is what had happened to me a month previously. This was whenever the first election was, the Bush.
Right.
Bush against
Gore.
Al Gore.
Yeah.
The first time, right? I know nothing about politics, you know. And so. But
This
what
is
happened-
right after the election?
This is before the election.
Okay.
Before the first election. So what happened was I got a call from this guy, Ben Stein. You know that guy?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
So he said, how'd you like to meet George Bush? He's running for president, you know? So I go, holy fuck, that would be cool, you know? Meet a guy running for president. Maybe later he'll become president, and I'll be his buddy, because this is how naive I was, because I knew him like 2 months before he became president.
Right.
So in Hollywood, you know, obviously very liberal, right? So if so Gore showed up, and it was like Barbara Streisand and every giant star in Hollywood, right? So when Bush plane came down, literally it was me and Ben Stein. We were the celebrities.
Right.
So it was really lame. And then when George Bush came out with his wife, he said to her, "See, I told you he'd come," about me.
Right.
They were expecting maybe it would just be Ben Stein. They were really happy that two celebrities showed
Right,
up.
sure.
You know, and real peripheral celebrities. So, but it was cool because everyone hates George Bush and stuff. So I got to go on his airplane and talk to him. I talked to the guy for an hour.
Got to hang out with him.
Yeah. So it was really cool. You know, I don't know anything about politics, but it's cool to meet the guy that's going to might be the president. You know what I mean? So, anyways,
What did you talk to Bush about on his plane?
I talked to him about, well, I don't know shit about politics, but he didn't know much either.
He hadn't really been elected yet.
No, he hadn't been elected and everything, and I told him some jokes, and he sometimes he'd go like, "There's mics or something like that."
Yeah,
it's not very interesting stuff.
Right, that's cool.
But see, it's a many.
This
layered,
guy's been just sitting here listening to the whole story.
That's why
we
it's
haven't
such a
even
long
introduced
story.
ourselves to him yet. What's your name?
My name's David.
Where are you?
I'm just outside Montreal.
Montreal.
I'm gonna walk it.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so you're about to walk out.
Yeah, so I go on The View, right?
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to I said, I'll talk about the Bill Cosby story, you know? So, anyways, the lady from The View goes, take a look at this picture. And show a picture of me standing beside presidential nominee George Bush. And then they're like,
You're on The
"What?"
View now.
Yeah, I'm on The View. And they're like, what's going on here? That's what the lady says to me, one of the ladies, right? Like it was a fucking
Which
picture
was it? Star
of,
Jones, Meredith Vieira.
Who's the fat black one?
Well, Star Jones left the show though. She's
There was
not
a
on there
fat African American.
Star
lady.
Jones, I think. Yeah,
that was the
she
lady.
lost a lot of weight later too.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
It was big. There was a big brouhaha over there.
Was there?
Yeah, but yeah. So she asked you that.
So she's like, "What's going on here?" Right? And it's just a picture of me with a guy running for the president. But the way they said it, it was like that picture of Kurt Waldheim with Hitler in the fucking woods, right? I'm like, I don't know. Like, what's wrong with this, right? So just to be crazy, kind of like, and just because they got under my skin, I don't know nothing about politics or nothing. I said, well, it's better than that guy that's in there now. That guy murdered a guy, Bill Clinton, right?
Right.
And then they're like, what? And I go, they go, what? So I go, he murdered a guy, remember? Some guy killed him because I remember somebody died.
Right, sure, yeah. Someone who had committed suicide. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I heard a crazy conspiracy thing that they killed him.
So you just start, yeah.
I'm like, he killed, don't you remember that? You know, but I'm acting like everybody knows it. I'm just acting like a retard. And then Barbara Walter goes, you're walking a pretty thin line, mister. And I'm like, I thought it was a matter of public record. Barbara, you're a newswoman, back me up, you know. It kept going on, and it was like, fucking, you know, and I remember she kept going like, you're one piece of work, mister, like getting really
taking you seriously, yeah.
Yeah,
Not remembering
that
you know, the jokes on
shit,
Weekend Update were...
So I just did it to be like stupid, and then, so there's just like, you know, the audience like confused, you know, and the ladies are all angry. All of a sudden, I hear like coming out of the thing, like cling, ding, like it's a fucking fire alarm or something. What the fuck is that? And then I remember it's my phone, you know, my cell phone, this joke.
Oh, yeah.
The producer backstage saw that everything was going to hell and decided to fix it, you know. So like I go, oh yeah, I go, Morty, man, this is a bad time to call because all the ladies hate me now and stuff like that, you know. And Barbara Walters goes, what the hell are you doing? Like she's just.
Right.
I go, nah, I know I'm a little scared. I go, I don't know. The guy backstage, he told me that it would be funny if I pretended my Agent Morty called. And then there was like about 5 seconds of silence. And Barbara Walters said, we'll be right back. And then she gave me the boot.
That is on YouTube right now? That's on YouTube right now, apparently, Bill. Yeah. Have you queued it up? No, I don't have it yet. Oh, you don't have it? We should try to find that. Oh, my, that's uncomfortable, huh? Have you been asked back?
No.
No?
I thought it was fun.
Oh, yeah, no, that's awesome. You love those uncomfortable moments, though, right?
I like it, yeah. Like with stand-up, if I bomb, I really, really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you ever get like that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every night here.